Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Naruto falls in love with Hinata and Anko. Before I start, please support for more amazing content and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by BlueLionFox and link in description and support writer. Let's start the video. The one who changed it all. Hinata was sitting in the guest room of the Hyuga compound waiting for her time to come out. She looked out the window and saw Tenten giving out orders to everyone within her sight. No one was safe from the weapon expert of the village. Hana was checking to make sure everyone was who they claimed to be and had their invites. No one got past her nose. She looked around and didn't see her older sister sensei mother figure and started to panic and made a clone. Just as the clone opened the door, Kurenai and Hanabi walked in. "You know you're not to leave this room," Hinata Kurenai said. "I didn't see you when I looked out and panicked," Hinata responded. Kurenai laughed. "Where else would I be but at my sister's wedding?" she asked. Hinata shrugged. "You have been talking to Kiba a lot," she said. Kurenai rolled her eyes. "You always will come before him. You're the daughter I always wanted and the sister I never wanted," she said. Hinata was woken up from her dream by someone knocking on her door. "Hinata, time to wake up," the person said. Hinata moaned and rolled over and climbed out of bed. She walked to her closet and looked at herself in her large mirror. "I wish I could talk to Naruto-kun without making myself look stupid," she whispered. She walked out to the family dining room after she showered and dressed and saw only Hanabi there. "Where is father? He is usually the first one here," she asked. "In his office, something about having more important things to do than sit here and eat with us," Hanabi said. "Oh," Hinata said as she sat down and started to eat. She looked over at her sister. They never been close, but she never actually tried to talk to Hanabi either. After giving it some thought, she decided to try and become closer to her. "So Hanabi, what are you going to do today?" she asked. Hanabi looked up from her food. "Why are you so interested? You never showed interest before," she asked. "I realize that we don't know much about each other. I would like to get to know you more," Hinata answered. Hanabi looked at her for a minute. "Nothing but train like always," she finally said. "You mean you don't want to do kid stuff?" Hinata asked. "Kid stuff?" Hanabi asked. "Yay, like go to the park, make friends, stuff to have fun besides always training," Hinata said. "You did that stuff and look how you turned out. You might not even make the cut to be a kunoichi," Hanabi said. "But at least I have friends and have a life," Hinata retorted bitterly and angrily. "Sorry, I didn't mean it like that," Hanabi said. "Sure you didn't, no one ever does," Hinata said and got up and left the dining room, leaving her food unfinished. Hanabi watched her leave and looked back at the servant. "What did I do wrong?" asked the 7-year-old. "Everything," the servant replied. "How?" Hanabi asked. "Because you treat her like everyone else does. The entire family treats her as if she is a waste of time, never giving her a chance at anything. She tried to get to know you, and you shot her down with that comment. All she was doing was trying to know more about her sister," the servant said and grabbed Hinata's unfinished food and went to the kitchen. Hinata was walking through the village when Kiba stopped her. "Hey Hinata, where are you going? We don't find out if we made the cut to be a team until tomorrow," he asked. "Leave me alone, Kiba," Hinata replied, still mad over what Hanabi said. "I was just going to ask if you wanted to join me on a walk," Kiba said. "No, I don't want to join you on a walk. When would you realize I don't like you that way? I like Naruto-kun and always will. Now just leave me alone." Hinata exploded at the Inyazuka and ran away. Kiba looked at the retreating girl in shock. A few feet from Kiba stood an equally shocked Naruto, Hana, and Tenten. Kiba looked at them. "Was it something I said?" he asked. Hana shook her head. "I think she has finally snapped," she said. "So Hinata is a physic?" Naruto asked. Tenten face palmed. "It's Psycho Naruto, and no she is not," she told him. "So what do? We can't just let her run off like that?" Kiba asked. "Why not?" Naruto asked. "Hey wait, what did she mean by she likes me?" Naruto asked. The three sweat dropped. "It means how it sounds, she likes you," Hana said. "But why?" "Hey, maybe we can be friends," Naruto said. Hana's sweat dropped. "Yes, maybe you could, but I think you have to ask her to find out," she said. Unknown to the four, a purple-haired Jounin saw the entire things and decided to have a talk with a certain Hyuga heir. She quickly found said girl sitting in a forest looking over a waterfall. "Beautiful, isn't it?" she asked. Hinata looked up. "Anko-san," she stuttered in surprise. "The one and only," Anko replied. "Why are you here?" Hinata stuttered. "Well, funny thing, I was enjoying my day off when I came across a certain person yelling at her future teammate, although it wasn't exactly a loud yell, but more importantly a certain someone heard it and found out you like him," Anko said. "You mean and Naruto-kun knows I like him?" Hinata asked nervously. "More or less, he can't figure out what it means though." Also Tenten and Hana heard Anko said. "Oh no, what am I going to do? I'm not ready for him to find out," Hinata panicked. Anko noticed she don't stutter when panicked or angered. "You first should work on that stutter, then you should work on your confidence, then refine your skills," she said. "How do I do that?" Hinata asked. Anko smiled. "I know you're my Heim student, but I think I will help your training," she said. "Your Heim?" Hinata asked. Yes, Kurenai and me are dating, Anko said. Oh, was all Hinata said. Well, now enough talk, get up, time for training, Anko said. We are training, but I have the day off, Hinata said. There is no days off for a kunoichi. Now I really don't know how to work on a person's confidence, so instead we are going to jump straight into the training. We will work on speed, agility, taijutsu, ninjutsu, jinjutsu, kinjutsu, chakra control, chakra reserve, beginner's medic, poisons, and anything else I think you should know, Anko said. Kinjutsu, Hinata asked confused. Yes, the art of sword fighting, it's something I learned when I was still under Orochimaru. Now stop stalling, get on the lake, all our training will take place there, Anko said. Hey Anko-sensei Circa, can you not tell anyone your TR training me, Hinata asked. Sure, whatever, now let's go, we only have 3 hours until it's lunchtime, I want to get you through the basics of how my training works before then, Anko said. Hinata stood on the lake with Anko, who took out a few kunais. Now this part of training is the speed and agility. The best kunoichi will never overpower most shinobis, with the exception of Tsunade of course. Now in order to give yourself a fair chance, you have to be able to dodge any and everything that comes your way, she said. And immediately started to throw the kunais at Hinata. Hinata dodged to the right and had to quickly jump to the left. As soon as her feet touched the water she was hit with a kunai. Hinata, never take your eyes off your opponent, always be ready to dodge anything, Anko coached. They continued for a few more minutes. Okay Hinata, that's enough, you did good, now I want to start you with a little taijutsu training, Anko said. Hinata got into her Jaiuken stance. I'm not expert on Jaiuken, but ain't your stance a little off, Anko asked. Well, I'm too small for the normal stance, so I use the closest stance I can get into, Hinata said. Anko nodded, a simple solution but not very effective. Have you thought about modifying the style into something you're comfortable with, she asked. No, Hinata replied. Why, Anko asked. I don't want to disappoint father, Hinata said. Well, from what I hear there is nothing that can make him any more disappointed in you, so why not make the style work for you instead of something that will never work, Anko asked. I'll try, Hinata said. Good, now find a stance that is comfortable for you to move through your style with, Anko said. Hinata went into every stance she could think of, but none was just right in her mind. After 30 minutes she gave up. I can't find a stance that I feel comfortable with, she said. Don't worry, it will come to you, now get ready, Anko said and attacked Hinata without any other warning. Hinata stumbled back and was able to dodge under Anko's hit and spent around her and struck out at the Jounin, who smacked Hinata's hand aside and continued her attack. Hinata continued to dodge Anko's attacks the best she could. They spared for an hour and a half until Anko stopped with no warning. Hinata, you did good, but the reason I stopped is because you almost developed a style that fits your body, she said. What do you mean? All I did was try and dodge and hit you when I was close enough and saw an opening, Hinata replied. I know, but you never stopped moving, even when I stepped back you kept moving to keep me off balance. Can you do that again, Anko asked. I'll try, Hinata said. Don't try, Hinata, do it. Taijutsu is the basic fundamental of every ninja. If you can't get this right then there is no point in continuing, you have potential, you need to unlock it, Anko said. Okay, I will do it, Hinata said. That's what I want to hear, Anko said. Hinata took a deep slow breath, she put her arms up so they both was in front of her, but the right one was bent at the elbow, so it was just in front of her right breast. The left arm was barely bent at the elbow. She then started to stagger around. Think Jackie Chan's drunken fist. She moved around, but never losing her balance or center of gravity. Now act like you're fighting someone, Anko ordered. Hinata staggered around and threw her right hand out faster than she ever did in the normal Jaiuken stance. She turned and spent while bending at the waist and kicking behind her with her left leg. She threw herself on her hands and did a handspring and spread her legs while turning her hand so she was spinning, then flipped upright and got back into her fighting stance, stagger and all. Anko smiled, great job, Hinata, once you master this stance you will be great, now all you have to do is learn another taijutsu style to mix it up and you will be fine, she praised. Anko and Hinata walked through the forest back towards the village to eat lunch. They arrived at a small diner and saw Kurenai, so went to join her. Hey, hi, Anko said. Hello, is there a reason you two are together, Kurenai asked. Well, I'm training her, Anko said. What, that's my job, I'm her sensei, Kurenai said. I know that, it's just extra help, Anko said. Kurenai eyed Anko, why, she asked. Please let her continue to help, Hinata said. Kurenai looked at Hinata, fine, but my training comes first, she said. Of course, Anko said. Now what did you train on today, Kurenai asked. The main thing we did was work on her taijutsu. I must say with some direction she will be a great kunoichi, Anko said. I know that already, why do you think I wanted her instead of Ino or Sakura, Kurenai said. I thought it was because Hinata wasn't a fangirl, Anko said. Kurenai rolled her eyes, that had nothing to do with it, I chose Hinata because she reminds me of myself and I believe she can become a senin with the right training, she said. Sensei, did we make the cut to be genins, Hinata asked. Kurenai smiled, yup, only 3 teams made the cut and you're on one of those teams, she said. Hinata smiled, what about Naruto-kun, she asked. Kurenai frowned, he needs a lot of training to be an effective shinobi, she said. Hinata's face dropped, he didn't make it, she asked. His team made it, barely, but he needs a lot of training, Kurenai said. Anko shook her head, you almost gave the poor girl a heart attack, she said. Hinata walked into the compound happy that she was now a genin, but tired from the training she went through. She walked to her room without being spotted by anyone and laid on her bed. When there was a knock on her door, Hinata, can I come in, she heard Hanabi's voice. Hinata immediately remembered what she said, yes, she said against her better judgment. Hanabi walked in the room, sorry, I didn't mean what I said earlier, she said. Hinata just looked at her, to Hanabi her older sister seemed different than any Hyuga, I want to get to know you better also, she said. Hinata continued to look at her, well, I'll be in my room if you want to talk to me, she said. You can stay, Hinata said, just Hanabi was about to leave her room. You don't hate me, Hanabi asked. You're my sister, I can never hate you, Hinata said. But what I said earlier, I thought you would be mad at me, the 7-year-old replied. Hinata smiled, we are sisters, we will say things that the other don't like, it's part of the deal we get, she said. So what did you do today, Hanabi asked. Trained and talked with some friends, Hinata said. Is there anyone you like, Hanabi asked. Why, Hinata asked, eyeing her sister. Hanabi shrugged, I figured that's what sisters talked about, she said. Well, I do like Naruto-kun, Hinata said. Hanabi made a thinking face, the loud boy who always wears orange, she asked. Yes, Hinata said. Father said he is a waste of space and needs to die, Hanabi said. I don't care what he says, I like him and will someday marry him, if you have a problem with him, then get out my room, Hinata defended her Naruto-kun. Hanabi said. Do you have a problem with Naruto-kun, Hinata asked. How can I have a problem with him, I don't know him, Hanabi asked. But keep it that way, Hinata said. Okay, Hanabi said, confused. Hinata stood hidden behind a building watching as Team 7 left for a mission in Wave. She wanted to tell him bye, good luck on his mission, something anything, but she couldn't get her legs to move or her mouth to speak. So she just stood there with the lunch she made for him as he walked further and further away from the village. She sighed and tried not to cry at her own weakness when he was out of her sight. She walked to her secret waterfall and sat down with a lunch specially made for Naruto. Kurenai came up to her a few minutes later, didn't go so well, did it, she asked. I'm such a failure, I can't even talk to him, she replied. You're not a failure, Hinata, you just need time, Kurenai said, sitting next to her. Why can't I talk to him, Hinata asked. You're afraid of rejection, but don't worry, soon he will be doing whatever you say, Kurenai said. He is going to be so wrapped around your little finger when you say jump, he asked. How far, Anko said. It's how high, not how far, Kurenai corrected. So the same message as God, Anko said. Hinata giggled at the thought of Naruto doing what she said when she said it. Hinata, Tenten, and Hana was walking around the village since they all had the day off. Since Naruto was still in Wave, Hinata couldn't spy on him like she always did, so she decided to explore the village with her 2 best friends. As they walked past a shinobi shop, Hinata stopped. What's wrong, Hana asked. I'm just thinking, Hinata replied. About what, Tenten asked. Maybe I should buy Naruto-kun some new clothes, Hinata answered. Tenten and Hana nodded, it would get him out of that orange outfit he wears, Tenten said. What's wrong with that outfit, I bought it for his 5th birthday, Hinata asked. Nothing, just he needs variety and a new identity, you see how people treats him, he needs to show people that he is a shinobi and not the same kid who used to prank people for attention, and a new set of clothes will be a start, Tenten said. I agree with Tenny, a new set of clothes will go a long way for him, Hana said. Yay, maybe some weights and a weapon also, oh, and weapon training, he is not that good with weapons, Hinata said. I can help him train in weapons, just let me know the days so I can be ready, but I would prefer if it was in the morning or at night, Tenten said. Now all he needs is someone to teach him Taijutsu, because I saw his team training and he ain't learning nothing from his sensei, Hinata said. Why not, guy, he is the Taijutsu expert, Hana suggested. What, and have him try and turn my Naruto-kun into another version of him, Hinata said in horror. You're right, bad idea, Hana said. I know, he wants to surpass the Yondaime, right, Hana, and Tenten nodded. Well, why not try and get the same person who trained the Yondaime to train Naruto-kun, Hinata suggested. Just one problem, how do we find a Sennin and get him to train a Genin, Hana said. I don't know, Hinata said. Maybe we should ask the Hokage, Tenten suggested. I don't know, how would he find him, he can't even leave the village, Hinata said. So how do we find him, Hana asked. The 3 thought for a minute when Tsum walked up to them. What are you 3 doing, I thought you would be shopping or something on your free day, she asked. Mom, what are you doing, I thought you had a lot of work to do, Hana asked. That's the beauty of Cage Bushins, they do all the work and I get all the information, maybe one day I'll teach it to you, Thresh said. Maybe you can help us, Hana said. Help you with what, Tsum asked. You see, Hina wants to help Naruto get stronger, she already agreed to buy him new clothes and weapons, Tenten agreed to train him to use his weapons, but she needs someone to help him with Taijutsu, Hana said. So where do I come in? Tsume asked. Well, Hina thought that the best person to train him in Taijutsu would be a Senin, Hana said. Jiraiya, Tsume guessed. Yes, but we have no way of finding him, Hana said. Tsume nodded, I'll see what I can do, she told them. Hinata, Tenten, and Hana thanked Tsume and walked into the clothing store. So Hina, what style are you going to get him? Tenten asked. I don't know, he needs something that stands out since that his personality, but also makes people know he is serious, Hinata said. So something that's white or red, Hana asked. I think he will look better in red, it will make his eyes shine better, Hinata said. Okay Ed, now pants or shorts, Tenten asked. Pants definitely, Hana and Hinata said together. Tenten laughed, okay, you didn't have to yell at me, she said. Now all we need is a shirt, Hinata said. Something that shows off his body, Tenten said. Yeah, with the training he will get, his body is going to be so hot, we definitely want to be able to see his muscles while he is wearing his shirt, Hana said. So now with a few pairs of pants, shirts, and a pair of standard shinobi sandals, the three walked to the register. Wait, why not get him a jacket also, Hinata asked. And a pair of fingerless gloves, Tenten said. Sure, I'll grab them, Hana said. So who are you buying all this stuff for? The lady about Tsume's age at the register asked. Not that it is any of your business, but it's for Naruto, Tenten said. Naruto Uzumaki, I can't sell you that stuff, the lady said. And why not, Tenten asked. I don't answer to you, buy something for yourselves, but I will not sell you anything for him, the lady said. For who? Kurenai asked from behind Hinata. Naruto, Hina is trying to buy him some new clothes, but she won't sell us anything, Tenten said. Kurenai looked at the lady, I'm sure both the Hyuga and Inuzuka clans will be happy to hear that you're refusing to sell anything to their heirs, she said, and walked out the store with Hinata, Hana, and Tenten. What? Wait, come back, you can buy anything, don't go, wait, the lady yelled after them. Oh, so now you will sell things for Naruto? Kurenai asked. Yes, whatever you want, the lady said. And Naruto will be able to come in and buy whatever he wants at a price you would sell to anyone else? Kurenai asked. Yes, the lady said. Be better and I will be checking his receipts, so don't try and cheat him, Kurenai said. Hinata paid for the clothes and walked out. Now why are you buying these? Kurenai asked. Well, because Naruto needs some new clothes, weapons, and someone to train him in Taijutsu. Tsume-san already said she will try and find Jiraiya to train him in Taijutsu, Hinata explained. I see, well that's a good thing you're doing, Kurenai said. Hey, let's go to Tenny's shop, Hinata suggested. Okay, but why? There is nothing to do, Tenten said. You will see, Hinata said. The three walked to Tenten's family shop after saying bye to Kurenai. Now why did you want to come here? Tenten asked. Hinata walked up and down the rows of weapons. How long until the Chunin exams? She asked. About 6 months. Why? Tenten asked. Because I need a katana, I'm training to use one, but don't actually own one, Hinata said. Tenten walked into the back and came out with a new katana. It's a new one my dad just made, she said. Tenten, what are you doing? I told you not to mess with things that's still in my office, her father said. I know, but Hina needs a katana, and not just any katana, but one that is special, Tenten said. I see, who is your Kenjutsu master? He asked. She asked to remain nameless, Hinata said. He nodded, just like most true Kenjutsu masters. Are you willing to put your blood on this katana? He asked. Yes, Hinata answered. Good, Tenten, he said. Tenten pulled out the katana and pointed it at Hinata. Hinata placed her palm on the blade, and Tenten quickly sliced her palm with the katana. It made a ringing noise then stopped. Tenten cleaned the blade and put it in its sheath. Here is your new katana, she said. Hinata smiled. Thank you, she said, taking the weapon. The sheath and handle of the katana was light purple, while the blade was black. I never thought you would do that so soon after I did it for you, Tenten's father said. 2 weeks later, Hinata had her katana sealed in a necklace around her neck, but under her coat. She was at the gate with Kurenai, Anko, Tenten, and Hana waiting for Naruto and his team to return. They saw them walking up to the gate and smiled. Hey, why are all you here? Naruto asked. Team, you're free tomorrow, rest up, Kakashi said. Hey, Sakura-chan, want to go out to lunch with me? He asked. No, Naruto, now leave me alone, she responded and chased after Sasuke. Sasuke-kun, want to get lunch with me? She yelled after him. Kurenai and Anko watched her chase him. Never thought I would find a reason to say this, but I'm glad I'm with you, Kurenai said. Yay, I don't get it though, he ain't even cute, Anko said. I guess standards have dropped since we was Genin's, Kurenai said. Hinata looked at Sakura as she ran after Sasuke. What does she have that I don't? She asked. Besides Naruto constantly asking her on a date, Tenten asked. Don't listen to Tenny, you're much better than Sakura will ever be. Naruto just haven't gotten over his little crush of her yet, Hana said. Naruto looked back, the others still there. Well, will you all go to lunch with me, please? He asked. The way he asked sounded to them as if he was begging and none could turn him down, so they all went to Ichiraku's ramen to eat lunch. Naruto ate while telling them about the mission and how he had a bridge named after him. Tenten elbowed Hinata, give him the gift she whispered. I'm too nervous Hinata said. Just do it or he will never notice that you like him Tenten said. Notice that we like him Hana corrected. Hinata slowly grabbed a scroll and handed it to Naruto, here Naruto-kun she stuttered. Naruto looked at the scroll confused, well are you going to open it, Am asked from across the counter. Naruto opened the scroll and found a bunch of red clothes, some sandals, some new kunais and shurikens and note telling him to be at Tenten's family shop every morning at 6, wow thanks, but why do I have to be at Tenten's shop every morning he asked. To learn to use your shurikens and kunais correctly Tenten said. Jiraiya got you something also Am said. She pulled out a box, I'm not a kunoichi so I can't put it in a scroll, and I don't have a lot of money, so I had to save up for it, I tried to buy it for when you became a genin, but didn't have the money yet she told him. Naruto took the box and opened it, inside the box was a large book on sealing and how to perform them. Naruto looked at Am then everyone else, thank you so much these are the best gifts I have ever gotten he said. I have one more thing Am pulled out a standard Anbu katana, I found this one day when I was walking through the forest and got Yugao to agree to train you to use it she said, handing it to Naruto. Really? Wow you're the best Am Naruto said hugging the older girl who smiled and hugged him back. Maybe you should thank them also she whispered in his ear. Naruto of course agreed and the first person he hugged was Hinata who was the closest to him, thank you so much Hinata the girl fainted in the hug. He then hugged Tenten and Hana thanking them both. A week later Jiraiya arrived in the village and went directly to the Inuzuka compound, I'm here to see Tsume he told the guard. Right, the guard told him where to find Tsume and Jiraiya walked into the compound. Tsume I'm here what's so important Jiraiya asked once he saw her. Jiraiya, thanks for coming so fast, I have a request, actually it's a request from my daughter Hana and her two friends Hinata and Tenten Tsume said. Okay what's the request Jiraiya asked. Train Naruto Uzumaki for the next 5 months until the Chunin exams start Tsume said. Why me, don't he have Kakashi as a sensei Jiraiya asked. Yes, but Kakashi has been favoring Sasuke Uchiha since he got him as a student, they think that if Naruto don't receive proper training he will die before his time, and we both know what Minato and Kushina gave up to give him a chance to follow in their footsteps, Tsume said. Minato and Kushina, the only students that me and Tsunade took on as official genins who are still alive, I'll look into the situation, if it's as bad as you say I'll train him, besides I've been thinking about taking on a new apprentice, Jiraiya said and left. Tsume shook her head, those senins never change she said to herself. Jiraiya found Naruto and watched him to see how skilled he was. When Naruto's team training was over Jiraiya had to restrain himself from 1, killing Kakashi and 2, going to the 3rd and beating some sense into him for allowing Kakashi to be a sensei the way he treats his students. Jiraiya calmed down and followed Naruto into the forest where he made himself known, Naruto Uzumaki I assume he asked. Naruto looked at him, yes who are you Naruto asked. I'm Jiraiya of the senins he was cut off. I know you, you're supposed to be really strong, can you train me please Naruto said. Jiraiya smiled, sure that's why I'm here, because it was brought to my attention that you are being neglected by your sensei, so here's the deal I will train you in private after your team training, but you can't let anyone know I'm here and you can't show what I'm training you in until the Chunin exams he said. Sure but why Naruto asked. Because I don't want people knowing I'm here and I want you to surprise everyone when you kick some clan genius ass by using hard work Jiraiya said. Deal, but I'm being taught how to use a katana by Yuga Naruto said. What you do before and after my training is your own problem, as long as you don't show your skills Jiraiya said. Hinata and her team stood in front of the academy the morning of the exams, I can't believe Kurenai-sensei actually let us take them Hinata said. Why we are going to own everyone in these exams Kiba said. Hey Hina Tenten called. Hello Tenny Hinata said. Ready for these exams Tenten asked. I guess this is what I trained for Hinata said. Yup let's go, where did my team go, Tenten asked looking for her lost team. They went in the building Hinata said. They walked into the building and saw Lee getting bullied by someone older than them, shouldn't we go to the exam room before we all are failed, Hinata asked. I agree Tenten said. What's wrong the little girl's afraid to get hurt one of the older boys teased. Not at all, we just don't want to beat you before the exams start Tenten said. You talk a good game let's see if you can back it up, he then vanished and tried to kick Tenten, but it was blocked by Lee, you shouldn't try and bully on people when you don't know their skills he said. What, how you couldn't even stay standing off a small push the older ninja said. Lee we agreed not to show off our skills Tenten said. I couldn't allow him to kick my teammate though Lee said. Let's just go before something else happens Tenten said and pulled Lee by his shirt, come on Neji she said. Neji glared at Hinata and turned and walked behind Tenten, what's his problem Kiba asked. Don't worry about him, it is a problem between our clan Hinata said and walked down the hallway following Tenten and her team. Sasuke attacked with curse marks over his entire body and his Sharingan active. In his hand he held a kunai while running at Naruto. Naruto met him with a kunai and the force of Sasuke with the curse seal overwhelmed Naruto and he was knocked back. Chidori Sasuke yelled and rammed it in Naruto's chest. Hinata's eyes went wide with fear. "No Naruto-kun," she yelled and ran at Sasuke, kicking him away from Naruto. "You think you can stop him? He is driven by revenge. He won't stop until this village is burned to the ground," Orochimaru said from behind Sasuke. "I'll kill you both," Hinata yelled and ran at the two Byakugan, she yelled. Sasuke and Orochimaru looked into her eyes and froze. Looking back at them wasn't the Byakugan, but something completely different. Hinata drew her katana ready to strike them. Hinata, said girl jumped out of her seat. "What? Where am I? Where is she?" Stopped looking at her surroundings. "Hinata, are you okay? You fell asleep after you was done with the first exam. I've been calling your name for the last 10 minutes, Naruto said with worry. Hinata looked at Naruto who was now wearing his new red shinobi clothes that she bought him. "Yay, just tired, that's all," she said. "You sure? You never sleep that hard," Anko said. Hinata looked at Anko. "Yeah, I'm sure, I just didn't sleep well last night, too excited about the exam," she said. "Well, good, get to training ground 44 in 30 minutes, Anko said. "Anko-sensei, can I talk to you first in private?" Hinata asked. "Sure, everyone get moving, you only have 30 minutes now, get," Anko said to the Geninsu. Once they all was gone, Anko turned to Hinata. "What's up, Hina?" she asked. "I had a dream, but not one of my normal dream. This dream was about Sasuke Uchiha and Orochimaru destroying the village for revenge," she told her. "Are you sure it was Sasuke and Orochimaru?" Anko said. "Yes, I'm sure, it was about a month after the exams and Sasuke had these marks all over his body," Hinata explained the best she could. "Did these marks look like this?" Anko asked and showed Hinata her neck. "Yes, except they was over his entire body," Hinata said. "I see, thanks for telling me this," Anko said. "What do we do?" Hinata asked. "You do nothing, I'll take care of everything, now get to area 44, I have some plans to make," Anko told her. Anko shined to the Hokage's office. "I have a request," she said. The Hokage and Jounin senseis looked at her. "What kind of request?" the Hokage asked. "I want Anbu patrolling the Forest of Death during the entire time my part of the exam is going on," she told him. "Why?" the Hokage asked, curious. "Let's just say I have a bad feeling," Anko said, rubbing her neck while trying not to give away all this was coming from a dream that Hinata had. "Fine, how many?" the third asked. "As many as possible and have most of them focus on the Genins from Konoha," she told him. "Why exactly should they focus more on our Genins and not the rest?" Kurenai asked. "Because he won't be as worried about them as much as he would about our Genins, that's why," Anko said and walked out. "What was that about? Anko never does anything like this," Kurenai asked. "I know, that's why I'm going to have 10 teams patrolling the forest," the third said. Anko arrived at training ground 44 and smiled at Hinata. "Now let's get started, everyone sign this waiver and turn it into the people inside that tent, you will then get a scroll, a heaven or earth scroll. To pass this exam, you must get the other scroll within 5 days and reach the tower in the middle of the forest," she said. Once the waivers was passed out, she walked up to Hinata. "Thanks for that, you might have helped us," she said and walked away. "What was that about?" Kiba asked. "Something between me and her," Hinata said. The Genins was standing by their assigned gates and Hinata saw that they was 2 gates from Naruto's. "Hey, maybe we should team up with Naruto's team since we are pretty close together and we can get to the tower faster if we have more people," she suggested. "I agree, logically working together gives us an advantage," Shino said. "Whatever, we can do this without their help," Kiba said. "But what if we have to fight one-on-one battles next and we are tired because we tried it by ourselves and it took us too long?" Hinata argued. "Fine, we can team up with them," Kiba said. Hinata was jumping through the forest with her team. "Naruto-kun," she called out. Hinata Naruto stopped with Sakura. "What are you doing? Shouldn't you be looking for a scroll?" Sakura asked. "I know, but I thought we could help each other since we both have the same scroll," Hinata said. "How do you know that?" Naruto asked. "She has the Byakugan, Naruto, she can see whatever she wants," Sakura said. "Oh right, well let's find the other scrolls," Naruto said. They all started to jump through the forest. "Hey, do you all get the feeling that we are being followed?" Naruto asked. "What, getting scared?" Sasuke asked. "Shut up, team," Naruto said. "Maybe you both should shut up," Kiba said. "Go fetch a stick, mutt breath," Naruto said. "Why, you little," Kiba was cut off. "Quiet, someone is coming," Hinata said. Fuetin. Great breakthrough they heard and was all blew off the ground. Before they flew too far, each one of them was caught by a person wearing a mask and sat safely on the ground. Chapter 2. "Oh, so backup is here, why am I not surprised?" they heard. "Orochimaru, you never pick on someone your size, do you?" they heard a Kunoichi's voice. "Oh, Anko, is that you? My, how you have grown over the years, I see you're still mad that I left you behind," Orochimaru said. "Actually, I couldn't be happier, the day you left was the day I got my freedom back, now prepare to die for all your crimes," Anko said. Oh, big words, but can you back them up, Orochimaru said. Come find out, Anko said. The debris finally cleared and Orochimaru saw he was extremely outnumbered 21 to 1 and 20 of them was Anbu's, and the one was Anko, who he personally trained. If it's one thing about you, you're always prepared, right, Anko, he said. Anko got into her fighting style as did all the Anbus. Why don't you just die? We both know you can't survive against all of us, Anko said. Orochimaru chuckled. You may have won this time, Anko, but no, I will be back. I don't know how you knew I was here, but I will find out, and when I do I will kill the person who told you, he said. Just call it a curse, you can't be in the same village as me without me knowing, Anko said. Just like you, using everything to your advantage, even my own cursed seal. No matter, you may have suppressed it to the point that I have no control over it, but what will you do when you face someone who has mastered the seal? Someone who uses that power for their advantage, Orochimaru said and melted into the ground. Pat, you and your team stay with the Genins until they are in the tower, the rest of you find him. I don't want to feel an ounce of his chakra in this village, Anko ordered. Hey, I know this Anbu, her hair looks familiar, Naruto said. Naruto, you have an exam to get to, stop standing around, Anko said. Right, bye Anko sensei, Naruto said and jumped off. Itachi walked through the tower and into the ring. He was not at all surprised when he saw Tsume, Inoichi, Shikaku, Shibi, and Chauza, since it was common for clan heads to come watch preliminary matches if someone in their clan was involved, but he was surprised that Hinata made it this far. As far as he was concerned, this would tell him what he needed to know. Hinata is worthless and gets sealed, while Hanabi will be clan head. He stood in the designated spot for clan heads and waited for the fights to get started. The fights went on with Sasuke, Temari, Naruto, Gaara, Kankuro, Shikamaru, Shino, Dosu all winning. Now all eyes was on her and Neji, the last two that needed to fight. Hinata slowly walked down to the arena feeling her father's eyes on her. She gulped then took a deep breath. Go Hinata, you can do it, Naruto yelled. Hinata smiled and calmed. Kurenai smiled, he has that much of an effect on her, she whispered to herself. Neji walked down. Lady Hinata, you finally came to face your fate, but I must congratulate you. I thought you would quit these exams before you made it this far. You have potential, but your run stops here, he said. Hinata was shocked that Neji just congratulated her. Thank you, I think, she said. Neji smirked, but I must ask, why are you still here? You're shaking so bad that I can hear the movements in your jacket. You should give up and save yourself the embarrassment of being humiliated, he said. I won't give up, Hinata said. So you're still a little girl trying to be a woman, you have missed a few steps in the middle. I won't tell you again, give up, Neji said. Hey, who do you think you are to tell Hinata she has to give up? I bet she beats you ass, Naruto yelled. Hinata got into her stance. Thank you, Naruto-kun, for believing in me, she thought. Defend yourself, brother Neji, she said. What, their brother and sister, Naruto asked. No, Naruto, Neji is Hinata's older cousin, she thinks of him as a brother, though, Kurenai said. Oh, Naruto said. You let that boy and his false confidence cloud your judgment, Neji said, getting into his Gyuukin stance. And why do you keep moving like that? Can't even stand properly, he added. No, this is my stance, unlock you, my stance is more suited for me, Hinata said. Begin, hate said. About time, I wasted all this time to watch her embarrass me, Hiashi said to himself. Hinata, although trying not to show it, was nervous as she remembered clearly how all their spars turned out. Neji watched with a smirk. What's wrong, Lady Hinata, thinking about giving up, he asked. Never, Hinata said. She attacked him, palm opened and ready. He easily deflected and struck her in the arm. Hinata jumped back and opened her chakra point back and attacked him again. They blocked and tried to hit each other for a few minutes until Hinata struck Neji in the stomach. They jumped apart. Seriously, Lady Hinata, is this the best you can do? It's pathetic, Neji said, as if wasn't even hit by her. Impossible, I hit your chakra point, she said. That barely had any effects. Look on your arms and legs though, Neji said smugly. Hinata pulled her sleeves back and her eyes widened in shock. She pulled up her pants leg and saw the same thing. How, she said. My eyes can see every chakra point in your body. I simply tap them to bring them up so your eyes can see them. Lady Hinata, this is the power difference between you and me. Like I said, you're fated to lose this match. Give up before you embarrass yourself even more, Neji said. Truly pathetic. I'm ashamed to have her as a daughter, Hiashi said loud so everyone could hear. So this is what makes Neji a genius. He truly deserves the name, the third said. No, I won't give up, Hinata said. Truly pathetic. What's the point of continuing? You're already beat, Neji said. I can still fight, Hinata said. Fine, I will slowly close your chakra points until you give up, Neji said. He then ran forward and attacked Hinata. She tried to defend, but Neji attacked too fast for her. He hit a few chakra points, closing them off. Hinata was barely able to stand now. I will never give up, she said. What's the point? You made it this far, there is no harm in being beaten by someone better than you, Neji said. But you're not better than me, that's the entire point, Hinata whispered. Excuse me, Neji asked. I just realized you're not better than me, you just used your father being killed to bring me down to give you the advantage, no, the one who is pathetic is you, Neji, Hinata said. Everyone watching was shocked at the level of difference between them, also that Hinata wasn't giving up. Hiashi had a scowl on his face from this performance. Go Hinata, you can still win, Naruto yelled. Yes Hinata, we believe in you, Tenten yelled. Temari looked at them too, what are they talking about, she can barely stand, she thought. I'm warning you Hinata, stop this now and give up, my next attack will kill you, Neji said. Hinata slowly stood up and opened her chakra points. I finally realize it now, you blame everyone for what happened to your father, except who is really the person to blame, the Hyuga Council and your father. My father didn't ask your father to take his place, when Kumo demanded him for killing that nin that tried to kidnap me, your father offered, and the council wouldn't let my father go himself, your father saw a way to beat his fate. He fought against it and didn't let it control him, he chose to live his life his way, you on the other hand, you're letting this fate control you, the one who is fated to lose is you, maybe not by me, but by fate, Hinata said. Shut up, yelled Neji. Why, because you know I'm right, I have had enough of everyone blaming me for everything in the clan, I didn't ask to be born into the clan, I didn't even ask to be the firstborn, but my fate is to lead the clan eventually, but I'm going to do it my way, not how my father or the council wants, Hinata said. I warned you now, I won't hold back. Neji ran off even faster than Hinata could keep up. As he approached Hinata, she saw Kurenai about to jump down, no sensei don't, she called out. She jumped to the side just before Neji struck her and her shoulder was hit. Hinata rolled once, hit the ground screaming in pain. Hinata, enough, don't get yourself killed for him, Kurenai yelled. Hinata, Naruto and Tenten yelled. The rest of the Konoha genins looked at Hinata in horror. Hinata slowly got up and forced her chakra point back open. I'm not done with you yet, Neji, she said as her hair fell over her face. Why do you keep talking? Fine, now I'm going to permanently shut you up, Neji said in anger. Neji ran at Hinata poised to strike to kill. As he got closer, Hinata saw her life flash before her eyes. She saw all her dreams go up in flames, all because she wasn't willing to admit that she was beat. Naruto-kun, I did all this to prove that I can stand up for myself, she thought. As Neji got closer, Hinata looked at him in horror, of course he couldn't tell because her hair was covering her eyes. Naruto-kun, before I die I want you to know I love you, she yelled. Neji's hand was an inch away from her heart now, then he missed Hinata and everyone else in the arena thought. Hinata looked, wait, he didn't miss, I dodged, how, she thought. Neji looked at Hinata as she moved out the way at the last second, impossible, he said. Amazing, all the genin except Gaara said as Hinata expertly arched her body backwards and Neji's hand went right over her body. The Jounins all looked on in shock, how, Kurenai whispered. The Ashi was clutching the rail and leaning over it to the point where he looked as if he was going to fall. Impossible, there is no way, how, he mumbled. The Ashi, is there something you want to share, the third asked. That move, her mother was famous for that, but there is no way she could learn it, Hiashi said. What do you mean her mother died when she was 5, having Hanabi, Kurenai said. No, Hanabi has a different mother than Hinata. Hinata's mother died when she was only days old. I decided to remarry before anyone knew, even the elders of the clan thought Hanabi and Hinata had the same mother, Hiashi said. So who is Hinata's mother, the third asked. Hiashi just stayed silent looking at Hinata. How the hell did she do that? She couldn't have unlocked it, I put a seal on her to it from unlocking, unless removed it, he thought. Hinata flipped her legs over her body and somersaulted, landing perfectly on her feet. She wobbled and regained her balance. I don't know what happened, but I can still fight, she said, and ran at Neji. Neji, still shocked, reacted too late as he tried to duck under her hand and was hit by Hinata's Gyuukin right in the chest just to the right of his heart. Hinata stopped her chakra before too much entered and looked at him in shock. Oh no, I killed him, she yelled as he hit the ground. Hey, jumped down and checked him. Hinata, he is not dead, you missed his heart and you win, he said. But Hinata said. Hinata, don't worry, it's his own fault, he got cocky, then panicked when you attacked him. If he would have took the hit and not tried to duck, you would have hit its stomach where you aimed, Kurenai said, coming to her side. Kurenai-sensei, what happened? Naruto yelled down at her. I'm not entirely sure, but somehow Hinata won, Kurenai said. Yeah, we know that, but how did she dodge that hit? She could barely move before Naruto asked. I don't know, you will have to ask Hinata, Kurenai said. Hina, how did you do that? Tenten asked. I don't know, it just happened, Hinata said. Hiashi turned and stormed out of the building. Tsume watched him, the only person who knows what happened is Hiashi, and he hates Hinata, so I don't think he will tell us, she said. Hinata looked at Neji, is he going to be okay, she asked. Yes, but I'm worried about you, how do you feel, Kurenai asked. Alive was all Hinata said. Hey, maybe this will help, Naruto said, holding the salve Hinata gave him. I don't think so, she is not injured on her skin, but on her chakra points, Kurenai said. Oh, Naruto said. Konoha shinobi are strange, Temari said. Hey, you're strange, Naruto yelled at her. Temari laughed, I think we can be good friends, she told him with a wink. You want to be my friend, awesome Naruto said. Everyone in the arena sweat dropped. Naruto, you missed her meaning behind that, didn't you, Kakashi asked. What meaning, Naruto asked. Forget it, Kakashi said. Well, everyone who won their match, you have a month to train for the final round, use what you saw here wisely, the third said. Yes, ramen time, I'm starving, anyone want to join me, Naruto yelled with a cheer dance. I would, but I need to get Hinata to the hospital, Kurenai said. Sasuke-kun want to go on a date, Sakura asked. No, Sasuke said and walked away. Ino laughed, shut up Ino pig, you didn't get a date either, Sakura said. I didn't ask him, I'm going to lunch with my team, Ino said. I'll go with you, Naruto, Tenten said. Really awesome, let's go, I'm paying, Naruto said. Naruto and Tenten arrived at Ichiraku's ramen. Hey old man, I'm starving and I won my match, I made it to the final round of the Chunin exams, Naruto said. Really, congratulations, 2 free bowls on the house, Tucci said. Really, free ramen, Naruto said. Don't forget you're paying for me also, Tenten said. Oh right, give them to her, I never got a chance to pay her back for teaching me to use kunais and shurikens, correct, Naruto said. Oh Naruto, you're on a date, Tucci asked. But no, we are just friends, that's all, Naruto panicked, not wanting to feel Tenten's wrath. Tucci laughed, I'll be back with your food, he said. So Naruto, anything you want to talk about, Tenten asked. Well, what makes you want to be a weapons mistress, Naruto asked. I live in a forge, my father is always making weapons, what else would I do with all those weapons laying around the house besides master them, Tenten asked. Oh right, stupid question, Naruto said. So how does it feel to be one step closer to becoming Hokage, Tenten asked. Awesome, I know I always go on about being Hokage, but really I don't think I will get it because everyone hates me, I'm just happy with a few friends to protect, Naruto said. Oh really, so you will give up on your quest to become Hokage, she asked. Well no, ain't that every ninja's goal to be a Kage, I'm just saying that with you, Hinata, Hana, Kurenai-sensei, Anko-sensei, the perverted sage, Sum-san, and now Tamari, I would rather get strong to help you all, instead of helping a bunch of people who wants me dead, Naruto said. Oh I understand, but when you get the Hokage position you will make me the weapons expert in the Anbu, Tenten asked. Of course I will, Naruto said. Tenten smiled, you're a good friend, Naruto, she said. Thanks you are to, Naruto said. Food's done, Tucci said. Hey old man, where is Sister Am, Naruto asked. Oh, she went out with her boyfriend, Tucci said. Boyfriend, Naruto asked. Yay, don't worry, I check him out, he is nice, Tucci said. He better be, and if he hurts Sister Am then I'll hurt him, Naruto said. Tenten laughed, you're protective, she said. Am was the first person to be my friend, Naruto said. I understand, Tenten said and started to eat a ramen. Well, if it isn't my fellow blonde, they heard. The two turned and saw Tamari. You're Tamari, right, Naruto asked. Yup, she replied. Well, want to join us, Naruto asked. Is that fine with your date, Tamari asked. She is not my date, we are friends, Naruto said. Oh, so that Hyuga is your girlfriend, Tamari said. Hinata, no, she is also my friend, why are you so interested in it anyway, Naruto asked. Well, she did say she loves you, Tamari said. I know, but I don't really know what that meant and my sister ain't here to explain it to me, Naruto said. Oh, was all Tamari said. So are you going to join us, Naruto asked. If it's fine with her, Tamari said. Fine, but don't make any moves at Naruto, Tenten said. I won't, at least not while the exams are still going, Tamari said. Hey brat, I heard you made it to the finals, he heard Jiraiya voice. You bet, perverted sage, I kicked Kiba's ass and Tsum-sen was there to see it, Naruto said. Good, you have tomorrow off, meet me the next day at the same training spot, he said and vanished. You're trained by Jiraiya, Tamari asked. The perverted sage, yay, he is fine, just a big freaking pervert, he spends the entire time watching girls as they swim in the lake near where he has me training at, Naruto said. Maybe it's just his style to tell you what to do then let you figure out how and help if you need it, Tamari said. Yay, that's what Hinata and Tenten said. Oh, you should watch out if you are using the baths here, he is not a senin for nothing, Naruto said. I'll keep that in mind, Tamari said. Hinata walked out the hospital with Kurenai. Sensei, are you going to train me this month, Hinata asked. Yes, I already talked to Hiashi, he has no interest in training you, Kurenai said. Oh, I thought he would be happy I won against Neji, but he seems as if he hates me even more, Hinata said. I know, just don't think about him, Kurenai said. Okay sensei, Hinata said. Did you talk to Neji, Kurenai asked. He was still unconscious, Hinata said. Hanabi was walking through the compound when she heard talking from her father's office. She walked up and pressed her ear to the door so she could hear what whoever it was. I don't know what you're trying to do is risky, you already hid it this long, why do you need to change the hiding spot, no Wamela asked. Because if she finds this it would bring too much attention to the Hyuga clan, Hiashi said. But she already unlocked her second Dijutsu, you saw it yourself, nothing short of killing Hinata will stop this from getting out. I know, but that will probably force the Kyuubi brat to remove the seal, Hiashi said. What do you mean, the Hyuga elder asked. Simple. Hinata is one of the few friends that Naruto has. If anything was to happen to her, imagine what it would do to him. I wouldn't be surprised if Hinata, Tenten, and Hana didn't prevent him from killing himself, Hiashi said. Naruto Uzumaki, he should have been killed with his mother, the elder said. I know, father, but what can we do? The third protected him, Hiashi said. I know, what a shame, killing him would have ended that Uzumaki bloodline. How Kushina was able to escape Whirlpool before I got there is beyond me, the elder said. Yes, I know, but we are getting off topic. What do we do about our current situation? Hiashi asked. I agree with you that Hinata can't become aware of this packet. You shouldn't have took it out of its hiding spot, the elder said. Maybe, but it was too dangerous still here in the compound. We need someplace outside the compound to hide it, Hiashi said. Yes, how about the Uchiha compound, the elder said. Yes, that will work, Hiashi said. Byakugan, Hanabi said. She peered through the wall and saw a box in purple paper with the name Hinata on it. She then turned and went to her room. The next day Hanabi walked up to Hinata. Where can I find your boyfriend, she asked. He ain't my boyfriend, Hinata said with a blush. But you told him you love him, right, Hanabi asked. Well, yay, but he don't know what it means, Hinata said. Oh, Hanabi said. Why are you looking for him anyway, Hinata asked. You will see, it's a surprise, Hanabi said. Well, right now he is at Ichiraku Ramen, Hinata said. Thanks, sister, Hanabi said and ran out the dining room. Hiashi came in. Where is she going, he asked. Don't know, I didn't ask, father, Hinata said. Hanabi ran through the village and came up to the small restaurant. She walked in. Is Naruto Uzumaki in here, she asked. Naruto and AM looked at her. I'm Naruto, why, he asked. So you're Hinata's boyfriend, Hanabi asked. I'm not her boyfriend, Naruto said. You're not, but she told you she loves you, Hanabi said. I know that, but I don't know what it means or what a boyfriend is, Naruto said in frustration. Well, you figured that out. Can you do something for me, Hanabi asked. What's that, Naruto asked. Go to the Uchiha compound and find this package, Hanabi said. But no way, I'm not going in there, Naruto said. Even for a month's worth of ramen, Hanabi asked. Make it 2 and I'll do it, Naruto said. Fine, bring me the package and you will get 2 months worth of ramen on the Hyugas, Hanabi said. Deal. What does the package look like, Naruto asked. It has purple wrapping paper on it and has Hinata's name on it, Hanabi said. Okay, I'll have it for you in a few hours, Naruto said. Okay, Hanabi said and left. Naruto, are you sure this is a good idea, AM asked. I'll be fine, Naruto said with confidence. How do you know, AM asked. Because I did sneak into the Hokage's tower and take a forbidden scroll while the old man was still there, Naruto said. But you don't know who is in the Uchiha compound, AM said. You're right, Naruto said. I know, so you won't do this, AM said. I won't, Naruto said. He then crossed his fingers. Kage Bushin no Jutsu, he said, and 20 clones popped into existence. I won't, they will. Besides, there are a lot of jutsus in the Uchiha compound I can borrow and learn from, Naruto said. AM sighed. Just promise that if anything happens the clones will disperse themselves, she said. I promise. You all heard, sister AM. Now go do our mission, Naruto told his clones. Naruto was walking around the village when he got the memories of 19 of his clones. He walked home and saw the last sitting on the couch with the package. He took the package and the clone dispersed. How am I going to hide this, he asked himself. He looked around his apartment and saw a scroll. He picked it up and wrote a seal on it and put the gift in it. He ran out of his apartment and found Hinata and Kurenai. He ran up to them. Hinata, Kurenai sensei, he called. They turned. Naruto, how can we help you, Kurenai asked. Actually, I want to ask Hinata to give this scroll to her sister, Naruto said. Why do you have a scroll for Hanabi, Hinata asked. Don't know, she asked me to get something, but said I can't tell you about it. I'm not even sure what it is, all I know is it's a gift for someone, Naruto answered. Oh, Hinata said. Hinata walked in the Hyuga compound and went to Hanabi's room. Hanabi, you in there, she asked. Yes, come in, Hinata, Hanabi said. Here is a scroll from Naruto-kun, Hinata said, handing her the scroll. Hanabi looked at it confused and took it. She opened the scroll and looked surprised. He sealed it in a scroll. I guess that was smart, she said. What is it, Hinata asked. No, it had your name on it. Father and grandfather hid it in the Uchiha compound. They expressed very strongly that you was not to get this package, so whatever it was I figured you would want it, Hanabi said. So you asked Naruto-kun to go to the Uchiha compound and get it, Hinata asked. Well, yeah, Hanabi said. He could have got into a lot of trouble for you, Hinata yelled. So you don't want to know what it is, Hanabi asked. Hinata took the sealed gift from Hanabi. Don't do anything like that again, she said. I can't make any promises, besides I'm buying him 2 months worth of ramen, Hanabi said. Hinata unsealed the gift and slowly opened it. Who is Lily, she asked. I don't know, Hanabi said. Hinata took out the letter that was in the box. Hinata, my name is Lily Uchiha, as you guessed I'm an Uchiha, but I don't have the Sharingan. You're probably wondering why you're getting a letter from an Uchiha. Well, it's simple. I was kicked out of the clan because I never unlocked the Sharingan, so once I was on my own I met Hiashi Hyuga and we did a few minutes together. Eventually we started to date, although he didn't know I was an Uchiha. Eventually I got pregnant and 9 months later you was born, Hinata Uchiha Hyuga. Also during the pregnancy I somehow unlocked the Sharingan and tried to hide it from Hiashi until you was born. He found out and well I think he might poison me, so I'm writing this for you in case I don't make it. In the box is all the jutsus I know and a few scrolls I was able to steal from the Uchiha compound on how to train the Sharingan. Hinata, my daughter, my joy, my life, use your gifts and don't be afraid of them, you can change the world if you believe in yourself. Love, Lily Uchiha. Hanabi looked Hinata, you're an Uchiha, she said. Hinata just nodded, it would appear so, I think that's how I won my match with Neji, that's when I unlocked the Sharingan, and why father has been so mad at me since then, she said. What are you going to do, Hanabi asked. I don't know yet, but don't tell anyone about this, Hinata said. Your secret is safe with me, Hanabi said. Hinata walked out the room and soon the compound. She clutched the letter and box to her body and let her feet lead her to wherever they was going. Before she realized it she was standing in front of Kurenai's apartment with the older Kunoichi looking down at her in confusion. Hinata, are you going to tell me why you're here so late, Kurenai asked. Oh sorry sensei, Hinata said. It's fine, but why are you here, Kurenai asked. Here, Hinata said, handing her the letter. Kurenai read it, then reread it. Come in, Hinata, she said. Hinata walked into the apartment and sat on the couch. What do I do, sensei, she asked. Right now I don't know, let me think on this, but what else is in the box, Kurenai asked. Hinata pulled out the things from the box, most of the stuff was jutsus, but there was a few pictures. Hinata found out she looked almost exactly like her mother, except with Hyuga eyes. I guess I better learn to use my Sharingan along with the Byakugan, Hinata said. Yes, it would also be good to figure out if you could activate one at a time or both together, Kurenai said. Naruto walked to Ichiraku's ramen and sat down. Hey sister Am, he said. Morning brother, your breakfast will be done in a few minutes, Am said. Okay, hey, can I ask you something, Naruto said. Sure, Am said. Well, during the preliminary round of the Chunin exams, Hinata yelled out that she loves me when she thought she was about to die. What does that mean, Naruto asked. Well, it means a strong affection or warm attachment, Am said. But why would she say that to me, Naruto asked. Well, Naruto, the heart works like that, sometimes you will love someone for reasons you can't explain, but don't listen to what people say, there is a lot to love about you, Am said. But I like Sakura, Naruto said. Are you sure you like her as something more than a friend, Am asked. Yeah, Naruto answered. Really, Am asked. Yeah, I think I do anyway, Naruto said, now uncertain. Am smiled, look Naruto, you're my little brother, so I'm going to help you through this. When was the first time you thought you liked Sakura, Am asked. Naruto thought about it, in the academy, he said. What made you like her, Am asked. Well, she was the only person who would show me any kind of attention, Naruto said. Really, how did she show you attention, Am asked. Well, she yelled at me a lot, then she would hit me, Naruto said. Naruto, that's not attention, that's abuse, Am said. But, she don't do it anymore, Naruto said. Look Naruto, what you feel for Sakura is not love, it's just friendship, Am said. How do you know, Naruto asked. Because if you loved her you would talk about Sakura as much as you talk about Hinata. Over the past few months you told me so much about Hinata that I'm starting to think you stalk her, but Sakura, all you ever tell me about her is that she keep turning you down for dates and that she spends most of her time trying to date Sasuke instead of training, Am said. So my feelings for Sakura was never true, Naruto asked. No, they was, but not how you think. What you had for Sakura was just a crush, because she would show you attention when no one else in the academy would, but your feelings for Hinata started to grow over time as you got to know her, and you might not be in love with her yet, but you do love Hinata more than anyone else in the village, possibly even me, Am said. What, I could never love someone more than you, Naruto said. No Naruto, that's a good thing, it means you're trying to grow up, just talk to Hinata about how you feel, she will understand, Am said. Thanks sister, you're the best, Naruto said. That's why I'm the older sister, Am said with a smile. Naruto heard laughing, I wonder if I will ever be like that with Hinata, he said, looking at a couple walking by. Am looked at them, you better not be, that's is my boyfriend, she said and marched outside. Ken, she yelled. Said boy turned and looked scared as he saw Am. What are you doing here this early, he asked. I work here, what are you doing and who is this, she don't look like me, Am asked. Well, this is my cousin, yay, that's right, my cousin, he said. Cousin Am and the girl asked at the same time. Yay cousin, he Ken said nervously. Well Ken, I would like you to meet my overprotective little brother Naruto. Naruto, meet my cheating ex-boyfriend, Am said. I would prefer not to meet him, Ken said. Oh, but he has been dying to meet you, Am said as Naruto took a step forward. And I'm Naruto and this is my favorite jutsu, he said. Kage Bushin no jutsu, 50 Narutos appeared, and those who hurt my sister get hurt by me, he said. Ken said and turned and ran away with all 50 clones chasing him. Sorry, he told me that he was still single, the girl said. Well now he is if you still want him, Am said. No, I'm through with him, she said. Chapter 3. Kurenai and Hanabi was looking at Hinata as she tried to activate her Sharingan and Byakugan at the same time. They both sighed as she failed to activate both at the same time, again. Hinata dropped back on the ground in exhaustion from trying to activate both. Hinata, don't strain yourself, you will get it eventually, you have other things you need to train in, Kurenai said. I know, but I need to learn what I can do with it, Hinata said. Hinata, I have something to tell you, Hanabi said. What's that, Hinata asked. I overheard father and grandfather talking one day, that's how I knew about the box being taken to the Uchiha compound, Hanabi said. Yeah, I know that, you could have gotten Naruto-kun in a lot of trouble, Hinata said. I know, but I'm not done, anyway I heard father and grandfather talking, and grandfather said that they should have killed Naruto when they killed his mother, but couldn't because the Hokage was protecting Naruto, Hanabi said. Hinata and Kurenai looked at Hanabi, are you sure that's what they said, Kurenai asked. Yes, I'm sure, Hanabi said. Father killed Naruto-kun's mother, Hinata asked. Yes, Hanabi said. Did he say what her name was, Hinata asked. Kushina, Hanabi and Kurenai said at the same time. The next day Naruto walked away from his training with Jiraiya, completely second-guessing his boasts about being a Sennin, or that he trained the fourth Hokage. He was walking through the forest when he noticed someone. He went to see who they was and saw the three looking at Hinata while she trained with Kurenai. Hey, why are you spying on Hinata-chan's training, Naruto yelled. Be quiet, kid, one of the three said. Stop spying on Hinata-chan, pervert, Naruto yelled, getting both Kurenai's and Hinata's attention. Whoever is there can come out now, Kurenai said. You idiot, you got us caught, the second male of the group said. I think that was his point, the Kinoichi of the group said. Well, we are waiting, Kurenai said. Naruto walked out with a smug look on his face as the three ninjas followed. Hey, these perverts was spying on you, he said. I'm not a pervert, the first male said, glaring at Naruto. Then why was you spying on Hinata-chan and Kurenai-sensei, Naruto asked. It was for research, the man said. Research, everyone asked him. Sophia and Kuro, you're supposed to be backing me up, the man said. Research, you cold have come up with a better excuse than that, Ryu, Sophia said. See, they are perverts, that's the same excuse Hiro Sennin said when he was spying on the women at the bathhouse, Naruto pointed out. I'm not a pervert, Ryu growled out at Naruto. We are not believing you, Naruto said, sticking his nose in the air. Naruto-kun, I think he is telling the truth, Hinata stuttered out. Don't worry, Hinata-chan, I won't let him spy on you anymore, Naruto said. Hinata eeped, just realizing he was adding chan to her name. Kurenai sighed, Naruto, you can't always jump to conclusions about people, she said. But I busted them, Naruto pouted. Listen to the lady and stop jumping to conclusions, brat, Ryu said. I'm not a brat, I'm the future Hokage and don't forget it, Naruto yelled. Ryu snorted, future Hokage, what a laugh, he said. Ryu, he is just a kid, don't let him get to you, Kuro said. I'm just going to put him in his place, Ryu said. Ryu, this isn't a good idea, Sophia warned. Don't worry, I won't hurt him too bad, Ryu said, stepping towards Naruto. Kurenai stepped up, I don't know who you are, but don't take another step towards Naruto, she said. Ryu, just drop it and tell them why we are here, Sophia said. No way, she challenged me and I don't back down from a challenge, Ryu said. Well, I'm waiting, Kurenai taunted. Ryu smirked, I'm going to teach you a lesson, he said and attacked Kurenai. His attack went right through her, what the hell, Ryu said. What, can't hit me, I thought you was going to teach me a lesson, Kurenai asked in a taunting tone. Ryu, stop this before someone gets hurt, Sophia said. Ryu just ignored her. Kuro, do something, she said to the other man. Fine, Kuro said. He put his hands together. Kai, he said, expelling his chakra out, ending the genjutsu. Honestly, Ryu, how can fall for such a low-level genjutsu, he asked. What a genjutsu, how did she, when did it happen, Ryu asked confused. I noticed it as soon as we walked out of the forest. That Kurenai lady put us in a genjutsu as soon as she noticed it us. I'm impressed, even I didn't notice it at first, Sophia said. So you let me think I was about to fight when I was in a genjutsu all that time, Ryu asked. Someone needed to knock you off your high horse, Sophia shrugged. So when did you break the genjutsu on yourselves, Ryu asked. As soon as we noticed it, Kuro said. Okay, where is the blonde brat, Ryu asked. Sophia pointed, he seems very amused by the entire thing, she said. Argue, brat, I'm going to kill you, Ryu yelled and jumped at Naruto with his katana out. Before he could reach Naruto, he was stopped by a tight grip on his wrist. Don't attack my apprentice again, or I'll kill you, he heard. Ryu looked at the man and was wide-eyed, he was staring at the great Jiraiya, Toad Sage himself. He then looked around and saw Kurenai standing in front of Naruto, ready to unleash whatever jutsu she was preparing at him. He got himself under control, looks like I'm going to have go through you first, he said to Jiraiya. Jiraiya tilted his head to the side, really you think you can, he asked in amusement. Ryu smirked and vanished. Sophia and Kuro both sighed at their thick-headed friend. Jiraiya just stood there and brought out a kunai to block the katana that came behind him. Really, are you going to get serious or just play these kid games? The brat have better luck landing a hit on me than you have, Jiraiya asked. Fine, let's get serious, Ryu said. Jiraiya took his large scroll off his back. Brat, watch this for me, he said, tossing it to Naruto. Now pay close attention, you're about to get a hint of what you will learn as I spend more time training you, he said. He then went through some hand signs, summoning no jutsu, he said, and to Naruto's surprise, summoned a green katana. Ryu attacked this time at full speed and strength. Jiraiya repeated, and the two met in a loud series of clanks and explosions. Jiraiya dodged to the side and formed a Rasengan in his left hand and smashed it into Ryu's side. Ryu recovered and did a one-hand sign, Doten. Earthquake, he said, making Jiraiya lose his balance. Ryu took this to his advantage and attacked Jiraiya, but he wasn't a Sennin for nothing, and as soon as Ryu's blade touched him, he exploded, throwing Ryu back and scorching his clothes. Jiraiya came out of the ground and replaced himself with Ryu. Game, set and match, he said. Ryu struggled trying to get out. When I get free I'm going to kill you, he said. Good luck getting free, Jiraiya said. What is going on here, they all heard. They turned and saw a bunch of ninjas watching them. Sensei, how have you been, Jiraiya asked. Jiraiya, care to explain, the Hokage asked. Jiraiya shrugged, not really, but if you want to know, they was caught spying on Hinata-san and Kurenai-san's training, he said, pointing to the three ninjas. I see, why are you spying on them, the Hokage asked. Let me out of here, you overgrown toad, Ryu yelled. Ryu, just give up and tell them already, Sophia said. Not until I get my revenge on him, Ryu said. Great, the one time he finds someone who is stronger than he is and he let the defeat go to his head, Kuro said. Hiro Sennin, when can I learn to do all that stuff you did, it was so cool, Naruto yelled. In time, brat, now stop yelling, Jiraiya said. Lord Jiraiya, he is getting out of the hole you put him in, Hinata stuttered. Jiraiya looked at Ryu then shrugged, not like it was meant to hold him forever, he said, dismissing Ryu. Ryu's chakra spiked up and he jumped out of the ground and looked at Jiraiya. Sophia looked at him with worry. Ryu, calm down, this is not that serious, she said in concern. I will not be beaten, Ryu said in a serious voice. Brat, lesson 1. Once you're beat, never let your anger overrun you, it will make you too predictable, Jiraiya said to Naruto. Ryu attacked Jiraiya with blinding speed. Prepare yourself for defeat, he said. Lesson 2. Never let your opponent know that you're going to attack, Jiraiya said, and dodging Ryu's attack. Ryu turned and looked at Jiraiya with his Sharingan and attacked again. Let's see how fast you are now, he said. Lesson 3. Never challenge a sage without knowing what they can really do. Lesson 4. Never show your hand too early, Jiraiya said and puffed away. What the hell, Ryu said, looking around. Jiraiya jumped out of a tree and looked at Ryu with his sage mode activated. Lesson 5. Always have a backup plan, he said, looking Ryu in his eyes. Oh, don't worry, I have a backup plan, Ryu said, smirking. Lesson 6. Always know your opponent's weaknesses. The Hyuga weakness is the hardest to find, but in Uchiha weakness is their dependence on their ability to predict attacks the Sharingan grants. Add an Uchiha with a Hyuga, and those weaknesses will cancel each other out, right, Ryu Uchiha, or should I say Ryu Hyuga Uchiha, Jiraiya said. Ryu stopped cold. How did you know I'm half Hyuga, he asked, surprised. Everyone looked just as surprised. Oh, the signs are too obvious, only an Uchiha will not concede defeat, and only a Hyuga will fight when they are clearly beat, plus you can't hide chakra from a sage, we see all chakras, even chakra that the Hyugas can't see, Jiraiya said. Can you tell them now and stop this, Sophia said. Ryu sighed, this isn't over, Jiraiya, he said. Jiraiya shrugged, I'm always up to kicking someone's ass, he said. Anyway, I'm here for Hinata, Ryu said. You pervert, what do you want with Hinata? If you for 1 second think I'm going to let you do anything, then you can forget it, Kurenai said. No, you got me all wrong, I'm here to help train her, Ryu said in his own defense. Train her in what, the Hokage asked. What you mean you haven't noticed, Ryu asked, shocked. Hinata is half Uchiha and half Hyuga, in fact she has more of the 2 chakras in her body than Ryu does, Jiraiya said. What, everyone except Hinata, Kurenai and Hiashi yelled in unison. It's how I beat brother Neji, Hinata stuttered. Now that I think about it, Hiashi's reaction to the entire fight makes sense, and how he has showed even greater hate for Hinata after the fight, Anko said. But that doesn't explain why you was spying on Hinata, the third said. Well, we wanted to make sure we had the right person, Sophia said. And you are, the Hokage asked. I'm Sophia, this is my boyfriend Kuro, and that's my older brother Ryu, Sophia said. Just out of curiosity, how is it possibly that no one knew about her being half Uchiha, Kuro asked. I think that can only be explained by her father, Kurenai said. That's because I sealed it away, Hiashi said in a bored tone. Sealed it away, Ryu asked. That's what I said, her whore of a mother never told me she was in a Uchiha reject, and even when I found out she still denied it, Hiashi said. So what happened to her, Kurenai asked. Hiashi shrugged, hell if I know, for all I care the Uchihas might have killed her, he said. You killed her, Hinata stuttered. Excuse me, are you blaming me for her death, Hiashi asked glaring at Hinata, who hid behind Kurenai under the glare. I hate clans, Jiraiya said. You and me both, Kurenai said. Look, I'm only here to train Hinata, that's all, Ryu said. Sure, whatever, just keep her away from my compound, she is no longer my daughter, I wipe my hands of her, she is also banned from the Hyuga compound, Hiashi said, and walked away. Hinata looked devastated as she watched her father walk away. Kurenai wrapped her arms around her, don't worry, you're always welcome to stay with me, she whispered in her ear. Hinata drew herself closer to Kurenai and started to cry. Okay, everyone clear the area, I will handle this once Hinata is able to deal with what happened, the Hokage said. Everyone cleared out besides Kurenai, Hinata, Anko, Naruto, Jiraiya, Ryu, Kuro, and Sophia. Naruto walked up to him, Kurenai-sensei, is she going to be okay, he asked. Don't worry Naruto, she will be fine, it's just being disowned is a lot harder to take than never having parents, Kurenai said. Oh, well if she ever needs anything she can always ask me, Naruto said. She knows, thank you, Kurenai said. Well, I guess we can start Hinata's training now, Ryu said. Everyone looked at him, then Anko walked up and punched him in the nose. Ow, what was that, for Ryu yelled. For being an idiot, Anko yelled back and walked away. Second time today you was shown up by a Kunoichi, Sophia said with humor. Shut up, Ryu said, glaring at her. Let's give Hinata a few days before we start training her, Kuro said. Fine, Ryu said. Hinata sat at the table while Kurenai cooked breakfast. How did you sleep, Kurenai asked. Good, I guess, Hinata said. Want to do anything today, Kurenai asked. I guess, Hinata said. Kurenai sighed, ever since yesterday Hinata just wasn't the same girl who brightened up her apartment every time she came over. You know, I don't think Naruto will like you being like this, Kurenai said, trying to get some reaction out of her. I don't think he likes me either way, Hinata said, dejected. Kurenai sighed, at least she had some type of emotion that time, she thought. Naruto was sitting in Ichiraku's, is the ramen ready yet, I'm so hungry, he complained. Naruto, stop acting like this, it will be ready soon, said. It's taking too long, Naruto said. Rolled her eyes, did you talk to Hina yet, she asked. Not yet, Naruto said. Well, you better hurry up and talk to her before you lose your chance, said. I'm too nervous to, Naruto said. Want me to go with you when you talk to her, asked. Would you please, Naruto asked. Of course I will, brother, we can go after you eat lunch, said. Okay, Naruto said. 15 minutes later Naruto and was walking through the village when they ran into Ken. Naruto glared at him and started to walk towards him until pulled his arm. Not now, we have things to do, little brother, she said. Naruto gave one last death glare before pulled him around the corner. They continued to walk until they reached the shopping district. Spotted Tenten and Hana. Hey, have you seen Hina? Brother needs to talk to her about his feelings, she asked. Oh, Naruto likes Hina, Hana asked. Yay, but he is too nervous to talk to her, said. Don't worry, Hina already told you how she feels, Tenten said. We will help you find her, Hana said, rubbing her dog's head. They barked, oh lucky us, Hina is in that restaurant, she said, pointing. They walked into the restaurant and sat at the table that Kurenai and Hinata was sitting at. Kurenai sent a hard look at the waiter who was walking towards Naruto that froze him in mid-step, he turned and left him be for now. She looked back at the kids, what do we owe the pleasure, she asked. Naruto-kun have something to tell Hina, said. Naruto looked nervously at Hinata and took a step back. Grabbed his shoulder, don't worry, I'm here with you, just tell her how you feel, she whispered. Thank you, he whispered back. When you're ready, Kurenai said. Naruto took a deep breath, you don't have to say anything now if you don't want to, Hinata said before he could get started. Huh, Naruto asked in surprise. Just because I told you I love you don't mean you have to rush how you feel, I know you still have a crush on Sakura, so just follow your heart, I will wait for you however long I have to, she said. Everyone just looked at Hinata in surprise and shock. Hinata, are you okay, Kurenai asked. I'm fine, Hyuga Uchiha hybrid replied. You sure, you have been waiting for this moment since I have known you, Kurenai said. I know, but like you always said, I can't force someone to like me, I have spent so much time trying to get people to like me that I'm becoming a pushover, I'm just going to make sure that I like myself, Hinata said. Kurenai smiled, well I'm proud that you, she said. But I like you, at least I think I do, Naruto said. Naruto-kun, I will always love you, so don't rush your decision, this will affect your entire life, besides we are still friends, so we can let our friendship grow over time at its own pace, Hinata said. Well, this is unexpected, I was sure that you two would hook up, Hana said. So was I, but maybe one of us can have him if Hina don't want him, Tenten said. Let's give them a chance before one of you step in, said. Sophia walked into the restaurant, hey, you're Kurenai right, she asked. Yes, and you're Sophia if I remember correctly, Kurenai replied. Yes, I was wondering, when did you put a genjutsu up on me and the others? It had to be sometime before we came out because I didn't notice it at first, Sophia asked. Oh that, I did it the moment I heard Naruto yell at Ryu, Kurenai said. Sophia's eyes went wide for a second, then turned to normal. That long, you must be very good in genjutsu, she said. I'm the genjutsu mistress of Konoha, I even have genjutsus that I created just to fight in Uchiha, Kurenai said. Hinata stood in front of Kurenai. Okay Hinata, since you have to learn to use the Sharingan and Byakugan, you're going to have to start training for a few hours with Ryu, Kurenai said. Hinata groaned, can I have someone else train me, he is annoying, she asked. I realize that he isn't the best person to be around, but there is no one else to train you, if it makes you feel any better both me and Anko-chan will be there, Kurenai said. Hinata nodded, good, now I'm going to start teaching you some of my personal genjutsus. Anko will be here in a few hours to start your element training and continue your kinjutsu training, then we will take a break before Ryu comes and start training you on how to use the Sharingan and other things, she said. Okay sensei, I'm ready, Hinata said. Itachi sat in his office thinking over everything that happened. He couldn't figure out how the seal on Hinata broke, but at this point he needed to find a way to destroy her. He sighed, bring me Hanabi, he said loud enough so the guard outside the office could hear him. Hanabi came into the office a few minutes later. You wanted to see me, father, she asked with a bow. Yes, I'm going to be personally training you from this moment on, you will also be the heir of the clan, I expect you to take full advantage of this opportunity and don't disappoint me, Hiashi said without looking up from his papers he was reading. Yes father, I will be the greatest Hyuga ever, Hanabi said. Good, I expect you to put that disgrace in her place every chance you get, he told her. Yes father, Hanabi said with a smirk that went unnoticed by Hiashi. Good, you're free to leave, Hiashi said. Hanabi walked out the office and immediately went to her room. Make sure no one enters my room, she said to her personal servant. Yes lady Hanabi, the servant said. Hanabi went into her room, she made sure the windows was locked and went into her closet. She went into the underground tunnel she and Hinata built a long time ago and came out in Hinata's closet. She walked out the closet and to her drawer. Where did she put those storage scrolls, she thought. After looking in all the drawers she finally found what she was looking for in the last drawer. Now what do she need first? I sent her all the clothes, she said to herself. She walked to Hinata's weapon chest and sealed everything in it. She then filled the rest of the space in the scroll with pictures. After Hanabi had everything she could get sealed in the small scroll, she added chakra to a special seal that was in Hinata's room and appeared outside the compound. She looked around and ran into the forest so she didn't get spotted. Hinata was just finishing up basic element training with Anko when Kurenai came up with some lunch. Are you two finished, she asked. Yes Haim-chan, we just finished, Anko said. Good, I have lunch, Kurenai said. Hanabi came running up to the training area. Hinata, she called. Hanabi, why are you here, Hinata asked. I'm bringing you some pictures and your weapons, Hanabi said, handing her the scroll. Thank you, but you didn't have to, Hinata said. But I wanted to, Hanabi said. The four sat down as Kurenai started to pass out food. She even had enough for Hanabi since the 7-year-old had a habit of popping up around lunchtime to hang with A8. Hanabi looked up. Hinata, she said, getting everyone's attention. Yes, Hinata asked. I was made the heir of the clan, Hanabi said slowly. Anko and Kurenai looked at Hanabi, then Hinata. Hinata looked down at her food for a minute, then at Hanabi with a smile. Congratulations, she said. Hanabi frowned. Stop it, she said. Stop what, Hinata asked. That fake smile you're doing, Hanabi said. I don't know what you're talking about, Hinata asked. I know you better than you think, I know when your smiles are fake, Hanabi said. I agree, your smile has fake written all over it, Anko said. Hinata sighed. Just say what you really feel, Kurenai said. Hinata sighed. All my life I tried to prove I can be a good Kunoichi to father, but he said I can never beat Neji. How can I be the heir of the Hyuga clan or a Kunoichi? When I finally beat him he kicks me out the clan for something that didn't even involve me or I didn't ask for, she said. That's understandable, but you can't hide behind fake smiles, you hate when Naruto does it, so why should you do it, Kurenai asked. I don't know what to do, I don't have enough money to buy food or clothes, Hinata said. Well, I can adopt you if you want, Kurenai said. Really, Hinata asked. Of course, Kurenai said. It's the best solution, besides the Hyugas can't say anything to you since was disowned making you an orphan, Anko said. Kurenai, Anko, and Hinata walked into the council meeting. What can we do for you, the third asked. I'm sure everyone knows about Hinata being disowned, so would like to adopt her, Kurenai said. Anyone have any objections to this request, the third asked. Yes, she may not be part of my family, but she has the Byakugan, so she needs to be sealed, Hiashi said. I don't know the Hyuga laws, so I can't deny this, the third said. You can't do that, Hinata said. Excuse me, are you speaking to me, you little whore offspring, Hiashi asked. Hinata gulped but didn't back down under Hiashi's glare. "I said you can't," she repeated a little louder. This piqued Hiashi's interest and amused him, and why is that, he asked. "Because if you try to seal me I will tell everyone in this room, plus Naruto-kun, what you did 12 years ago," Hinata said. Hiashi looked at her. "What are you talking about?" he asked. "Something involving in Uzumaki," Hinata said. "What are you talking about?" the third asked. "She is speaking nonsense," Hiashi said. "Well, Hiashi, since you think she is bluffing on her information, are you willing to bet what she knows just to seal her? After all, her information could make you a traitor in the ninja's eyes, not to mention dramatically cut the influence the Hyuga clan has in the village," Kurenai asked. Hiashi glared at Kurenai, who met his glare. "I'm willing to bet my life that the information she has in a fluke," he said with confidence. Hinata grabbed Kurenai's hand in fear that she would be sealed. Hiashi then glared at Hinata. "However, I will not put my own pride of the clan's influence in the village," he added. "I'm curious, what is this information that Hinata holds?" Tsum asked. "Not sure, but whatever it is, it obviously has an effect on Hiashi, so she will keep it to herself for now," Kurenai said. Tsum laughed hard out loud. "Never would have thought I would have seen the day that someone has some information that would make the prick back down," she said, referring to Hiashi. "Well, since there is no objections, then Kurenai will be free to adopt Hinata," the third said. Hinata was walking through the village 2 days before the final round on the exams with her new outfit. She was now wearing a long dress like Kurenai, with a fishnet under it, and long purple jacket like Anko. She had her hit-8 was now secured on her forehead, slightly covered by her now growing hair. She had her katana now attached to her back with anbu clips she received from Anko. Her personality changed a little also. She now walked with an air of confidence, but was still very much shy in new places or when put on the spot. She also had Anko-like tendencies when dealing with people she didn't like, but thought every action through before making a move, something she took from Kurenai. To both Anko and Kurenai's delight, she didn't pick up any habits from Ryu, but did pick up Sophia's playful attitude and Naruto's pranking attitude to a certain extent. As she thought about the hectic month that just passed, she couldn't help but smile as Naruto tried his hardest to get to know her better, often making a complete fool of himself and making her laughing at him. He also had this habit of embarrassing her the most situations because of his kid-like behavior. She turned a corner and walked right into the blonde who was invading her thoughts and blushed hard. She mentally frowned. Of all the habits to lose and receive, being nervous around my future husband was the one that had to stay, she thought. "Hinata-chan," Naruto voiced out with concern, breaking her out of her mental rant. "Sorry, Naruto-kun," she replied. Naruto gave his patient goofy smile. "Don't be sorry, I wasn't watching where I was going. You're not hurt, are you?" he asked. "No, I'm fine," Hinata replied. "Oh, well, I'm glad we ran into each other, although I wish I didn't fall on the ground. Sister Am just cleaned my jacket," Naruto said with a fake pout. Hinata giggled. "And did I mention he can always make me laugh?" she thought. "Don't worry, Naruto-kun, I will clean it for you later if you want me to," she said. "That's okay, Hinata-chan. Hey, I was wondering if you would Naruto gulped. "You see, I'm going to the Ichiraku ramen and well," he looked at the ground, "if you're not busy, that is, would you?" He stopped again. Hinata always had the patience to wait however long she was needed to whenever it involved her Naruto-kun, but at the current time she didn't. Why? Because she knew what he was going to ask and couldn't wait to go on the date he was trying to ask her for. "Just say it, Naruto-kun, or we both will stand here and miss our lunch," she said with a little giddiness in her voice. Naruto gulped. "Right, Hinata, will you go with me to the Ichiraku ramen?" he asked. Hinata frowned. "Is that really what you want to ask me?" she asked. Well, he stopped again. "Naruto-kun, just ask, I promise nothing bad will happen," Hinata said. "Will you go on a date with me to the Ichiraku ramen?" he asked. "Of course I will," Hinata said happily and grabbed his arm, leaning her head on his shoulder as he led her to the restaurant. "Hina and our brother finally got together," Am said once she saw the two walk in the restaurant with Hinata leaning on his shoulder. Hinata smiled a huge victory smile, signally she finally got her first date. "Nice to see you too, Am," she said. "So my littlest brother finally grew up," Hana said with a teasing tone. Naruto stuck his tongue out at her. "Why don't you go bother Kiba or something?" he asked. "And miss your first date? I don't think so," Hana said, returning the tongue back at him with her own. "Can we just order some food?" Naruto asked. Hinata walked into Neji's hospital room. "How are you?" she asked. "Not like you care," Neji replied with hate. "If I didn't care I wouldn't be here, or I wouldn't have came to visit you every day while you was still unconscious," Hinata retorted. Neji glared at her. "What do you want?" he asked. "Thought you might want to know that the final round is tomorrow. I bought you a ticket, if you come is your own decision, but don't bother paying me back," Hinata told him. "What, so you're here to gloat by buying me a ticket? I don't need your sympathy for anything," Neji said coldly to her. "I'm not trying to give you my sympathy, I just want you to see I am not the person you should be blaming for your father's death," Hinata yelled. "Like hell you are," Neji yelled back. I wasn't the one who had the guards outside my door removed at that time, I wasn't the one who killed that Jounin, I wasn't the one who your father to go to Kumo in place of my father, Hinata yelled. Yet you didn't prevent it, so you're just as much to blame, Neji yelled. The door opened. You two, this is a hospital, you're going to have to stay quiet or get out, a nurse said, then closed the door. Hinata walked towards the door. You wasn't the one who was living thinking your mother died giving birth to Hanabi. You're not the one who grew up without knowing her mother because your father killed her. You're not the one who was disowned and banned from the Hyuga clan. You're not the one who is cursed with the Sharingan and Byakugan. I had to go through all that. I didn't have anyone to help me through my pains. I had to teach myself to be strong. I have lived with knowing my father killed my mother because she was an Uchiha who didn't unlock the Sharingan, she said, then left. Neji looked at her spot in shock. The Sharingan, what the hell did I miss, he asked himself. He looked over at the ticket Hinata left, then struggled out of bed. With the help and berating of Tenten for trying to kill Hinata, he arrived Hyuga compound. Are you going to be okay by yourself now or do I need to stay, she asked. Neji blushed. No, it's fine, I can manage, thank you, he said. Okay, I'll be over tomorrow to help you to the tournament, Tenten said and left. Neji started to wobble to his private house when Hanabi stepped in front of him. I should have you killed for trying to kill my sister and getting her banned from the clan, she said with hate. Neji blinked. How did I get her kicked out, he asked confused. Because of your constant belittling her, she had to strain her body to prove that she can fight. Because of your arrogance she almost died twice and now she is banned from even coming close to this compound, Hanabi yelled. I didn't do that, she is the one who didn't stay down, Neji said in his own defense. You sparred with her a million times, you know how stubborn she is, you knew she wouldn't give up, instead of letting her tire herself out you tried to kill her, Hanabi yelled. Hanabi Neji was cut off. I don't want to hear it, you better hope Hinata can't survive on her own, because if anything happens to her, I will order you to be stripped of your position as a shinobi and have you moved into the stalls where you will clean after the horses every day until you die, Hanabi hissed out and shoved the shocked teen out of her way and walked out the gate. Everyone who was in the final round except Sasuke, who was somewhere with Kakashi still, Hinata who no one was able to find, and Dosu who was found dead was standing in the arena. Kurenai looked around. Where the hell is Anko and Hinata, she asked out loud. Don't worry Kurenai, I'm sure they will be here soon, Asuma said, getting closer to the said Jounin. Asuma, if you try anything during this tournament I won't stop Anko from castrating you, Kurenai warned. Damn overprotective Kunoichis, Asuma mumbled. I heard that, stop talking about my Haim-chan, Kurenai said in Anko's defense. Okay, thanks everyone for coming to Konoha for the final round of the Chunin exams. This round will be one-on-one matches until one is unable to continue, Hate said. Where is Hinata-chan? What will happen if she is not here, Naruto asked. She will be disqualified, Hate said. Sophia walked up to Kurenai with Ryu and Kuro following her. Where is Hinata and Anko, she asked. No clue, they should have been here. I can't let Anko do anything without her bending the rules for herself, Kurenai said. I heard that, Anko's voice came from behind them. Anko, where was you? Is Hinata with you, Kurenai asked. Calm down, Haim-chan, Hinata is here and she was doing a test for Manda, she is the newest snake wielder, Anko said. Should we start the plan when Gaara match starts, someone asked. No, we'll give you the signal, there is a rumor that someone else in this village is stronger than Sasuke, another voice said. Okay, but it's more than likely the Kyuubi brat, the first voice said. Yes, I have to find Sasuke and give him my newest seal, if it works like it's supposed to, he will wipe through these exams with no problem, the second voice said. Look, the first fight is ending, even when he has his fight won, Shikamaru is too lazy to take victory, the first voice said. Yes, I'll be back, the first voice said and vanished. Sasuke was running to the spot he was supposed to meet Kakashi at when someone dropped in front of him. What's the rush, Sasuke-kun, he asked. Sasuke looked at him. You're that Orochimaru guy, why are you here, he asked. Oh, you remember, I just want to give you a gift, one of extraordinary power, if you accept this gift your power will multiply threefold, Orochimaru said. What is the gift exactly, Sasuke asked. Just a seal, you will feel no pain or anything, once your body accepts the seal it will immediately start to multiply you, chakra, Orochimaru said. How long will this take, Sasuke asked. Not long, Orochimaru said. I will accept your gift, Sasuke said. Okay, for the third match will Sasuke Uchiha and Hinata Uchi come to the arena, Hade asked. There was a bunch of whispers going around about who exactly Hinata Uchi was since everyone knew Kurenai didn't have any kids and no one knew about Hinata being disowned. Hinata calmly walked to the arena and stood in front of Hade. Where is the Uchiha, she asked after a while. No clue, but he has 30 seconds to get here, Hade said. Hinata, you're a disgrace to the Hyuga clan, a random Hyuga yelled. Hinata and Hade both looked over to where the voice came from. Hinata made a one-hand sign, but before she could add chakra to it the Hyuga was screaming in pain. Hinata looked around and saw Hanabi behind a pillar waving at her while holding the same one-hand sign that Hinata was holding. Hinata smiled and waved back. The wind picked up around Hinata and Hade, then leaves started to fall, and Kakashi and Sasuke appeared in the middle of it all. "Sorry if we kept you, I lost track of time on the open road," Kakashi said. Hade's sweat dropped while Hinata just stared. "He is an elite jounin. I hope Naruto-kun's lateness don't be to this extent, or at least come up with better excuses," she thought. Hade cleared his throat. "Right, well, please leave the area, Kakashi," he said. "Did Naruto win his match?" Sasuke asked. "He didn't have his match yet, his match is after yours," Hade said. Sasuke smirked. Don't lose your match, I want to be the one who defeats you," he said. "Don't overlook your opponent, Sasuke, a lot of ninjas have died that way," Hade said. "Yay, let's just start so I can put this failure in her place," Sasuke said, activating his Sharingan. Hinata activated her Byakugan. "I'm ready," she said. "Begin," Hade said, jumping out of the way. Chapter 4. Go Hinata-chan, Naruto yelled from the waiting box. Sasuke pulled out 2 kunais and threw them at Hinata. "Katen. Great fire dragon," he called out. The dragon came straight at Hinata, then went up in the air and came down from above her. "Katen," Hinata called out just as the dragon was about to hit her, to the surprise of everyone in the stadium. Hinata stopped spinning as the fire jutsu ran out of chakra and stood looking at Sasuke unharmed. "Is that the best you can do?" she asked with an Anko-like smile and confidence. Sasuke gave his patient Uchiha smirk. "I'm just seeing what your limit is," he said. Hinata vanished with her newly developed speed and kicked at Sasuke's head. He blocked and kicked at Hinata, sending her back a few steps. Hinata smiled. "You got your first and last hit on me," she said. "What makes you think that?" Sasuke asked. "Simple, you can't catch me," Hinata said and ran at Sasuke with surprising speeds and planted her palm in his stomach. Sasuke screamed out in pain. "Jayukin hurts, doesn't it?" she asked in a voice laced with sarcasm. She pushed him away from her and kicked him in the face, making him flip into the wall. Hinata stood up and straightened out her coat. Sasuke got up and glared at her, and just to piss him off she yawned. "Man, this is so boring, I bet Hanabi can put up a better fight," she said nonchalantly. Sasuke's eyes burned with rage as he attacked Hinata, who easily ducked and dodged between his attacks, as if she wasn't even trying. Everyone in the stadium watched in shock, well, everyone but Naruto, Tenten, Hana, and Hanabi, who was cheering loudly for Hinata, much to Hiyashi's disgust. Kurenai, Anko, Ryu, Sophia, and Kuro, all who had a hand in training her, and Jiraiya, who knew how skilled she was from the many spars she and Naruto had over the last month. Orochimaru was livid at how Hinata was so much stronger than Sasuke, yet he knew nothing about it. Kabuto would have hell to pay when they got back to Sound. The Hokage was having just as much a hard time as Orochimaru was having in hiding his shock. Neji was floored by Hinata's showing. "Was she holding back that much during our fight?" he asked. "No, she got this good over the last month of constant training," Kurenai answered with a smile. Hinata flipped out of Sasuke's range. "Are you going to get for real?" she asked innocently. No, she was really pissing him off. "Shut up, you useless bitch," he yelled and attacked again in blind rage. Being called useless was one of the few things that got to her, and Sasuke was about to find out the hard way as she for the first time this match looked ready to kill the poor Uchiha. She pulled her katana off her back and rested it in front of her, with both her hands on the hilt and the tip of the blade touching the ground. She closed her eyes and waited on him to make a move. The entire arena was quiet, not wanting to miss what would happen next. Sasuke looked at her and to his surprise, she didn't have the veins that was needed when the Byakugan was used, so he figured she deactivated it. Of course he wasn't going to give her any sympathy for being useless and flipped halfway up the wall behind him. "Chidori," he called out, creating a loud chirping ball of lighting in his left hand. He ran at Hinata intent on killing her for good. When he was within her striking distance, her eyes flew open and she took a fast first step. The next thing most of the people in the stadium saw was Hinata standing behind Sasuke with her katana stretched out to the right side of her body, as if she sliced him in half. They looked at Sasuke and his Chidori slowly went out and he fell face first on the ground. Hinata returned her katana to its sheath and walked away. Genma walked out, winner, he was cut off. "I'm not done," Sasuke said as he slowly got to his knees. Hinata looked back at him. "You can't beat me, give up," she said. "I said I'm not done with you," Sasuke said as he started to release the chakra from the seal he received from Orochimaru. "What the hell is that?" Hinata asked. "My secret weapon, you are going to pay," Sasuke said. Hinata watched as the markings covered Sasuke's body. "That seal looks familiar," she said out loud. "That's the same seal I got from Orochimaru," Anko yelled. "That means he is in the village," Kurenai said. "Kakashi did it any time you happened to separate from Sasuke during your training?" Jiraiya asked. "Once, right before we came to the arena, I wanted to see how fast he had gotten, and we raced to the gate," Kakashi said. "That must have been when Orochimaru put the seal on him," Jiraiya said. "What does the seal do?" Sophia asked. Basically it makes you stronger, but it also implants Orochimaru's will into you and you will become one of his brainless pets, Anko explained. Sounds horrible, Sophia said. Trust me, it's much worse than it sounds, Anko said. Hinata got back into her fighting stance. How is this one seal making him this much stronger? Was he holding back that entire time? She wondered out loud to herself. Sasuke stood up completely and had black chakra spinning around him. Time to get serious, he said, then vanished. Hinata's eyes opened slightly wider in surprise, then she flipped back just in time to dodge the kick that was coming for her head. As soon as she landed, she attacked Sasuke. The two exchanged blows at high speed and was constantly getting faster. Sasuke flipped over Hinata, who now had her Byakugan active. As soon as he landed, she called out her attack, Haki Rakuju Onshu. She then closed all 64 of Sasuke's chakra points. Thinking the fight was now over, she started to walk away until she felt his chakra spike up. She dodged his attacks and she saw it coming with her Byakugan. Why won't you stay down? She yelled in frustration. Because that attack had no effect on me at all, Sasuke said. Fine, I'm tired of holding back, Hinata said, then went through some hand signs she learned from Ryu. Dijutsu activation, she said. Sasuke laughed. You must be more useless and stupid than I first thought, activating something that's already active, he said. Who said I was activating the Byakugan? Have a second look, Hinata said, opening her eyes to show him the Sharingan. Impossible, how can you have the Sharingan? You're Hyuga, you can't have the Sharingan, he yelled at her. Hinata smirked. Now who is the stupid one? If you would have been paying attention the last month you would have known my mother was in Uchiha who didn't activate her Sharingan, she said. Orochimaru looked at Hinata. Interesting girl, he said. Yes, she is indeed interesting, the third said. To have two Kekkei Genkais in rare, Orochimaru said with a lot of ideas of what he could do with Hinata. The Buto looked up at Orochimaru in the cage's box, who received a nod. He went through some hand signs and put a Genjutsu over the entire stadium. Kurenai immediately noticed the Genjutsu and flashed through some hand signs, cancelling go out most of the Genjutsu. All Genins get the civilians to safety, she called out. In the stadium, Hinata looked around as she felt the Genjutsu and was able to cancel it out. Naruto-kun, it's a Genjutsu, she called out to her boyfriend. She waited for his response but received nothing. Naruto-kun, she yelled. Don't worry, Hinata, I am going to break it now, Tenten yelled, running up to her brother. Gaara, Temari, and Kankuro jumped into the stadium and met up with their Jounin. You know what to do, he told them. The three ran up the side of the stadium and towards the middle of the village. Genma came up to Hinata and Sasuke. What are you two doing? Go after them, he ordered. The two started to run after them, but the sound Jounin jumped in front of them. I'm your opponent, Genma said as he threw his toothpick at him. Every Genin now was in helping their respective Jounin. Where is Hinata and Sasuke? Kakashi asked. Genma sent them after the Kazukige's kids. They are headed towards the middle of the village, Neji said. The rest of you go after them, Kakashi said. Hinata caught up with the three sound ninjas and jumped in front of them. That's as far as you go, she said. Do you think you can stop us? Temari asked. I know I can, Hinata said. You're starting to annoy me, Gaara said. Hinata got in her stance. You're not taking another step in my village, she said. Get out of my way or I will kill you, Gaara said. I will die protecting what's important to me, Hinata said. Gaara looked at her, then some sand flew out of his gorge and headed straight for Hinata. She ran around Gaara. Is that all you have? You will never touch me if that's your full speed, she taunted. Sasuke landed next to her. Leave this to me, you're in my way, he said. Shut up, Uchiha, Hinata said and ran off towards Gaara, kicking him in the air. So are you just going to stand there or fight? Kankuro asked. Sasuke flew through some hand signs. Kaiten. Grand Fireball. Kankuro and Temari dodged then attacked him together. Gaara flipped in midair and directed an attack at Hinata. She was forced to stop her advance on him just to dodge the attack. As she landed, she pulled out her katana and stood ready. She glanced over at Sasuke, who was having a hard time dodging the combined attacks of both Temari and Kankuro. She attacked Gaara again, slicing him across his face. What the hell, she said as only sand came off him. Impossible, Temari said as she saw Hinata got a clean shot of Gaara's face. Hinata went through some hand signs. Suiton. Boiling bullet, she called and took a deep breath, then shot out the water bullets at him. Gaara summoned his sand to block the attack. Naruto and the rest of the Genins ran through the village. I don't see them anywhere, Naruto said. That's because they are too far in front of us, Neji said. How far? Tenten asked. They are already in the middle of the village, Neji said with his Byakugan active. Can you fight? Sakura asked. Not much, but I will to protect our home, Neji said. Watch out, Ino yelled as a group of sound ninjas attacked from the side. Hinata jumped away from Gaara. What the hell, why won't my attacks affect you? She yelled in frustration as she tried to keep her balance. Mother wants your blood now, Gaara said. Well, tell your mother I'm not ready to die, Hinata said. The ground below Hinata erupted upwards, knocking her into the air. Sand quickly surrounded her and started to squeeze the life out of her. The last thing she remembered before her world went black was looking into the bright sun. Root jumped across the village, make sure no one comes close to the hideout, the leader said. One of the nins looked towards the battle and ran towards it, her long red hair trailing behind her. "Ku, what the hell are you doing?" one of the roots yelled. The nin just ignored him as she got closer to the large sand grave. Right before it was about to squeeze the last of the life out of Hinata, the root burst through the sand and out the other side with the kunoichi in her hands. She landed on the ground as the rest of Root caught up to her. "Ku, what the hell was that?" "Our orders was to protect Danzo, not help those who are loyal to Sarutobi," the leader asked. "She reminds me of my best friend," Ku whispered. "What?" the leader asked. "Nothing, she could be useful to me later on in life, now she owes me a debt," Ku quickly said. "Whatever, let's go," the leader said. "You go, I'm going to take care of the Jinchuriki," Ku said. The leader growled in frustration. "Why do you always have to push the limits of Danzo-sama?" he asked. Ku looked at him. "You try losing your son after you gave birth to him, then tell me if you're so willing to continue living against your own will," she said. "What are you talking about?" the leader asked. "My son is the same age as this girl, or will be if he was still alive. I'm through with Root, I'm going to help the younger generation in memory of my son," she said. "You don't just quit Root, if you want out we will have to kill you," the leader said, pulling out his Root sword. "You don't want to fight me," Ku said as she started to pull out her own sword. "Your choice, come with us now or die where you stand," the leader said. Ku pulled her sword completely out. "I guess I'm going to have to kill you, since I have no desire to return to Danzo," she said. "Well, prepare to die," the leader said, and the rest of the Root attacked her. "Gyutin. Dai Kamitachi," Ku called out. The attack cut through the Root nins. "How did you learn my jutsu?" Tamari yelled when she heard the jutsu. "I'm a wind mistress, I can learn any attack that uses my element," Ku said. She then stood up with Hinata now over her shoulder. "Please surrender, I don't want to hurt someone so young," she said. "Mother wants blood," Gaara yelled and sent a wave of sand at her. Ku vanished and cut Gaara across the face. "Gaara," Tamari yelled. Gaara screamed out in pain as he covered himself in sand. By this time Neji, Tenten, Naruto, Lee, Sakura, Ino, Kiba, Shino, Shikamaru, and Choji came to the area. "What happened to Hinata?" Tenten asked. "She is unconscious," Ku answered. "Where is Sasuke?" Naruto asked. "Looks like he was beaten unconscious by those two," Neji said. Just then a sand arm shot out the sphere of sand towards them. Everyone jumped out the way in time except Naruto, who was stuck to the wall. "Hey, let me out," he yelled. All the genin sweat dropped at him. Ku laughed. "What's so funny?" Ino asked. "He is a lot like I was when I was a genin," she said. "Let me down," Naruto yelled while trying to force his way down. The sand around Gaara dropped to show him looking like a mini Shukaku. "I will kill everyone," he said. "Let me out," Naruto yelled. "The only way to free him is by defeating me in battle," Gaara said. "Kankuro, get back," Tamari said. "Right," Kankuro said and followed her away from Gaara. Naruto continued to try and force his way out when his world went black. "So you finally came," he heard. "Who's there?" Naruto asked, looking around. "Try opening your eyes," he heard. Naruto looked at where the voice came from. "You're Kyuubi?" he asked. "Correct," Kyuubi said. "Give me your power," Naruto demanded. Kyuubi gave a loud rumbling laugh. "I like you, you are different than any human I have ever met," it said. "Look, I don't know why you're in here and not dead like you should be, but I do know that unless you give me your power, we both will die," Naruto said. "Want to know how I came to be sealed in here? I'll tell you, your Yondaime Hokage sealed me in here. Very stupid if you ask me," Kyuubi said. "Why? Because it prevents you from destroying everyone?" Naruto asked. Kyuubi looked at Naruto. "If I want to kill everyone I would have, this puny seal can't keep me locked away," it said. "Then why haven't you gotten free yet?" Naruto asked. "Because if I break the seal by force you will die. I can't bring myself to kill a child for my own freedom, so I waited until you came to see me to make a deal," Kyuubi said. Naruto looked shocked by this. "A deal? What kind of deal?" he asked. Kyuubi looked at him again. "Have you ever had anyone close to you die or be controlled against your will?" Naruto looked confused by the question. "No," he said. "Then you don't know what led me to attack your village. I didn't attack for fun like everyone is saying. My kids was killed only days after they was born, then Madara Uchiha came to my den with his damn Sharingan and used it to control me to attack the village," Kyuubi said. "I'm sorry for your loss," Naruto said. "Don't be, I'm a demon, I don't need your sympathy," Kyuubi said. "Okay, can I ask you something?" he asked. "Sure," Kyuubi said. "Are you girl or boy?" Naruto asked. Kyuubi laughed. "You're the first to ever ask me that, I thought it was obvious," it said. Naruto looked confused again. "You look like any other kitsune I have ever seen," he said. Kyuubi lifted its leg. "How about now?" it asked. Naruto blushed. "So you're a girl," he said. "Correct," she said. "Well, how do I get out of here?" Naruto asked. "Not so fast, if you leave you will die," Kyuubi said. "My friends are getting hurt, I have to do something to help," Naruto yelled. "I know, and stop yelling, I have sensitive ears and this is where my deal comes into play," Kyuubi said. Okay, what's your deal, Naruto asked. I will let you borrow my power when you need it, but you have to allow me to share your senses and promise me on your life that you will kill Madara for what he did to my family, she said. Naruto thought about it, deal, he finally said. Good, I will guide you on certain things when you're stuck, now get out of here, Kyuubi said and used her chakra to force him out. Naruto opened his eyes and saw the rest of the genins he was with try and fight Gaara, but none of them was having any effect on him. Naruto, get ready, he heard Kyuubi. Before he could respond, he exploded with red chakra and blew the sandclaw that was holding him. Everyone in the area turned and looked at Naruto when they felt the huge spike in chakra. Naruto dropped to the ground with his red chakra spinning around him. He looked at Gaara with red eyes and black slit eyes. He had one tail swinging behind him. Remember, the longer you're in this state the more damage it does to your body, Kyuubi said. Naruto vanished and punched Gaara, sending him flying back. Gaara roared and attacked Naruto. A sand shuriken went flying at Naruto, who went through some hand signs, and a Kaiten shuriken came from Naruto going right through the sand shuriken and hitting Gaara. Gaara fell from the top of the Shukaku and bounced on the ground. Naruto walked towards him. If you ever harm my friends again I will kill you, he said. Stay away from me, Gaara yelled. Don't harm my friends again, Naruto said. Naruto, you need to get to the old man or he will die, Kyuubi said. Naruto looked towards where the third was fighting Orochimaru and took off. Everyone looked at him. What the hell was that, Ino asked. That was Naruto, he has Kyuubi sealed in him, Kurenai said. But I thought the fourth killed him, Sakura said. We don't have time for this, we need to go after him, Kurenai said as she jumped off. Naruto arrived at the fight and saw the barrier. He slowly approached it. Kyuubi, stop where you are or we will have to kill you, the Anbu leader said. Naruto continued to walk towards the barrier. The Anbu started to attack. Stop, Kurenai said as she dropped in between Naruto and the Anbu. If you attack him, I will kill you all, she threatened. The Kyuubi took control of its host, the Anbu leader said. You idiot, if Kyuubi was in control then you wouldn't stand a chance, Kurenai said. Kurenai quickly turned as Naruto started to yell in pain. Naruto, she said. She ran to him and noticed small cracks starting to break in the barrier. He is breaking the barrier, she yelled. Get ready, the Anbu leader said to the rest of the Anbu. With one last yell, Naruto broke part of the barrier and fell to the ground in pain. Kurenai immediately picked him up and jumped away from the barrier as Kakashi, Guy, Asuma, and the Anbu ran into the barrier. Kakashi ran towards Orochimaru. Chidori, he called out. Orochimaru jumped out of the way, but was hit in the leg by the attack. The rest of the group all ran behind Kakashi and went through hand signs to prepare the next attack. Orochimaru jumped back, let's go, he said, and left before anyone had the chance to attack again. The Hokage dropped to one knee. Lord Hokage, the Anbu said, and ran to his side. We need to get him to the hospital, along with Naruto and Hinata, Kakashi said as he picked the Hokage up. A week later, Kurenai walked into the hospital to visit Naruto and Hinata, but was stopped by some yelling. Why is he in the prisoner section of the hospital, she heard someone yell. He is a danger and needs Anbu watch, who knows what he will do if left by himself, the doctor yelled back. Kurenai walked around the corner just in time to see the same masked Kunoichi who brought Hinata to the hospital, giving off a wave of chakra sending it all towards the doctor. She was impressed that the doctor hasn't fainted yet. The Kunoichi grabbed the doctor by the shirt and slammed him into the wall, creating cracks around his body. If it wasn't for him, this village would have been destroyed by the Sand Jinchuriki. If it wasn't for him, your precious Hokage would be dead. If it wasn't for him you would be dead, she said angrily. I understand that, but I can't allow him to have a normal room, the doctor said. This pissed of the Kunoichi even more. You will put him back in the room he was placed in when he was brought here, and you will do it now, or I will kill you myself. Do I make myself clear, she asked while trying, but failing to control her anger. Kurenai, who had already figured out who they was talking about, approached him. Please release the doctor, he can't do anything while you're strangling him to death, she said. The Kunoichi looked at her then dropped the doctor. You have 5 minutes to put him back in his room, or I will be looking for you, she said. Once the doctor ran off, Kurenai turned to her. Why are you so upset about this? I know he shouldn't be moved, but why kill a doctor over it? You could have simply moved him back yourself, she asked. He shouldn't have been moved in the first place, the Kunoichi said. I know, but why did you get so upset? Is he a friend of yours? Kurenai asked. No, I don't even know his name, the Kunoichi said. Kurenai looked at her. You mean you don't even know who he is, yet you're ready to kill a doctor for him, she asked. I can't explain it, but I have a feeling that I should know him, the Kunoichi said. I see, what's your name? Kurenai asked. I'm called Ku, I forgot my name, the Kunoichi said sadly. Forgot your name? Kurenai asked. Yay, I woke up one day in the hospital 12 years ago and couldn't remember anything. I was told my name was Ku, but I'm starting to have doubts about that, Ku said. Why are you having doubts? Kurenai asked. I have my reasons, was all she said. I understand, I won't pry any further, but if you ever want to talk you can come to me, Kurenai said. What's your name? Ku asked. Kurenai, she replied. Nice to meet you, Kurenai-ku said. Do you always wear that mask, Kurenai asked. When I'm in public I do, I'm going to see that boy, Ku said and started to walk away. She noticed she was being followed and sped up, the person sped up with her, she turned a corner and stopped. Why are you following me, she demanded. Who says I'm following you, we just happen to be going the same way, Kurenai said. Stop following me, Ku said, then took off again. She walked into Naruto's room. Are you woke, she asked. Yay, do I know you, Naruto asked weakly. No, she said as she entered the room. So why are you here, you're not going to try and kill me for having Kyuubi sealed in me, are you, he asked. No, she said. Well, why are you here, he asked. Ku sat by his bed. Have your parents visited you, she asked. Naruto gave her a look that he didn't want to answer that question. Sorry, I shouldn't have asked that, it's not my place to know or not, she said. You still didn't tell me why you're here, Naruto pointed out. I really don't know why I came, I guess it's cause you have the Kyuubi IU, and I thought you could use the company, Ku said. I don't need your sympathy, Naruto said. Naruto, she is in a lot of pain, Kyuubi said. Is she hurt from the war, Naruto asked. No, not that kind of pain, I mean pain from the heart, Kyuubi said. Oh, Naruto said. I assume you was talking to Kyuubi, Ku asked. What does it matter, Naruto asked. You act just like I did when I was your age, I bet if my son was alive, you two would be great friends, Ku said all of a sudden. What happened to him, Naruto asked. He died the day he was born, since you have Kyuubi in you that means you was born the same day he was, Ku said. Oh, sorry to hear, Naruto said. Don't be, his memory lives on with me, Ku said. Ku and Naruto sat there in silence for a minute before Ku removed her mask. Her long red hair framed her beautiful face. Her eyes was a few shades darker than Naruto's. Naruto found himself blush as he looked at her. You're very pretty, he said. Ku smiled at him. I wish I would remember more about my past, don't ever forget yours, she said. What do you mean, Naruto asked. There is a gap between when I became a Jounin and my son died, no matter how hard I try, I can't remember anything from that time period, my family's name was also wiped from my memory, I can't even remember my own name, Ku said. I wish I could help, Naruto said. Me too, well I took up enough of your time, I'm going to my apartment, if you ever want to talk to me you can come over, Ku said, and gave him a paper with her address on it. See you later, little one, she said, and kissed him on the forehead. Bye, Ku, he replied just before she was gone in a swirl of leaves. Jiraiya walked in the room with Kurenai. You heard everything, Kurenai asked. Yes, sad what happened to her, Jiraiya said. Hey Kurenai-sensei and perverted sage, how's everything outside the white walls, Naruto asked. Everything is fine, Hinata is still unconscious though, Kurenai said. Get out of bed, we have to get going, Jiraiya said. Going where, Naruto asked. We need to find my teammate, Tsunade, she is the world's greatest medic, Jiraiya said. Maybe she can find out what's wrong with Hinata-chan, the old man, and fix Sasuke back to normal, Naruto said. You bet she would, hurry and get dressed, I will train you more during this trip, Jiraiya said. Okay, I need to shower, Naruto said. Meet me at the gate in 1 hour, Jiraiya said and walked out. Howdy, minutes later Naruto arrived at the address that Ku gave him. He stood there for 5 minutes debating on whether he should invite her or not, after all, Jiraiya never said he couldn't invite people. He started to knock on the door but stopped and backed away again. You know, if you want someone to open the door it's a good idea to knock someone from behind him, said. Naruto jumped and turned around. Don't do that, you scared the living crap out of me, he said while trying to ignore Kyuubi laughing her ass off in his head. Ku smiled as she took her mask off. What can I do for you, little one, she asked. My name is Naruto, not little one, he said. Yay, but I like calling you little one, so again what can I help you with, little one, Ku asked. Well, the perverted sage said we was leaving to find someone named Tsunade. He said she could fix up the old man, Hinata-chan, and Sasuke, Naruto said. Well, have fun on your travels, little one, Ku said opening her door. Well, I want to ask if you would come, Naruto said. Ku looked at him. It's not my place to intrude on your travels, she said. Please, for me, Naruto tried to make a sad face, but only succeeded in making Ku laugh at him. Sure, I'll come, this will give me a chance to make new friends, she said. Great, I was supposed to meet perverted sage at the gate 5 minutes ago, Naruto said. Okay, give me a minute and I'll get us both there, Ku said as she put her groceries away and went to her room. She walked back with her mask on. Ready, she asked. Yup, Naruto said. About time you got here, brat. Who is this, Jiraiya asked. This is Ku, I asked her to join us, Naruto said. Fine, let's go, Jiraiya said. Chapter 5. Jiraiya sat across the fire looking at Ku while Naruto slept with his head on her lap. Ku looked up at him. What are you staring at, she asked. How long do you think you could keep this up, he asked. What do you mean, Ku asked. You didn't think I would realize who you are, he asked. Huh, I told you I'm Ku, she said confused. Yay, Ku, the nickname I gave you short for Kushina, he told her. You gave me that nickname, maybe you Ku was cut off. You know, I don't care what you was doing, all I want to know is what's so damn important that you abandoned your own son for 12 years, he asked. What, my son is dead, Ku said in shock. Who are you kidding, look at him, he is exactly like you in every way except looks and gender, Jiraiya said. Ku looked down at him, impossible, Danzo said he was dead, I even attended his funeral, she whispered. Danzo, Jiraiya asked as his sharp ears caught what she said. I have to go, Ku said, and gently pulled Naruto off her and got up to run. Wait, the brat asked you to come, now you're going to run away again, Jiraiya asked. Ku ran away from the campsite and curled up by a tree while trying to clear her head. What he said can't be true, my son died, I saw him dead, she told herself, but as she kept saying it, she believed it less and less herself. She stayed next to the tree all night as she tried to sleep, but couldn't because of all the things she saw her new friend going through, kept giving her nightmares. Naruto woke up and looked around, perverted sage, where is Ku, he asked. She said she had some things to take care of, Jiraiya lied. Oh, should we wait, Naruto asked. No, she said she would catch up, Jiraiya lied again. Oh, I hope she catches up fast, Naruto said. Let's go, brat, the first thing you're going to learn is how to do is the Rasengan, Jiraiya said. Ku walked through the forest with no destination in mind. I'm starting to think about the little one a lot lately, she said to herself. Oh great, now I'm talking to myself, she said. She took a deep breath after a while. Okay Ku, you can handle this, just take it slow, she encouraged herself. She started to walk back towards where she left Naruto and Jiraiya. What do I remember, anything that can help me, she asked herself. As she walked she stopped as she remembered one thing from the when Danzo told her about her son being dead, something that until now she always skipped over when she had creams about this. Danzo has the Sharingan, I need to find the perverted sage, she said, and took off running. Jiraiya stopped just as they was about to enter the largest supplier of tea in the entire fire country. Perverted sage, why are we stopping, Naruto asked. We just found Tsunade said. Naruto looked around, saw no one who looked to be as old as the perverted sage. Are you sure, everyone here is too young to be your teammate, he asked. Yes brat, I'm sure, Jiraiya said annoyed. Jiraiya, who is the brat, a blonde asked. Hey lady, maybe you can help, we are looking for this lady named Tsunade, do you know her, Naruto asked. I'm Tsunade, the blonde said. Really, Naruto looked at Tsunade then at Jiraiya. Wow, age must really hate you, perverted sage, he said. Tsunade laughed. What are you looking for me for, she asked. Well, perverted sage says you're really good medic, Naruto said. Yes I am, Tsunade said. So can you please come back to fix Hinata-chan, the old man, and Sasuke, Naruto asked. I would love to help you, but I'm not going back, Tsunade said. Please, you're the only one who can help them, Naruto said. No, Tsunade said and started to walk away. Wait Tsunade, this girl Hinata, she is a Hyuga Uchiha hybrid, Jiraiya said. Oh I see, Tsunade thought about it for a minute, great for her, tell her I wish her luck in dealing with the dangers that she have from both their enemies. Now if you would excuse me, there is a casino with my name waiting, she added and walked away. Why won't you help, I thought the Senins was supposed to help when they are needed, Naruto yelled. Tsunade turned and looked at him, who the hell told you that crap, just because I'm a Senin does not mean I have to drop everything and run back to Konoha, just because they couldn't protect themselves, and newsflash, Orochimaru the guy who almost killed the old man is a Senin, she said. Fine, I will learn medics myself and help them, Naruto said. Tsunade looked at him for a minute, then burst out laughing, good one brat, you learn medics, she said through her hysterics. What, I can learn medics, Naruto said. Tsunade just kept laughing. Brat, I agree with Tsunade on this one, you will never learn medics, Jiraiya said. You're supposed to be on my side, perverted sage, Naruto said. Actually I should be on Tsunade's side since I do owe her my life, she saved me more than I would like to admit, Jiraiya said. Naruto looked dejected. Is there any way I can bring her back, he asked, looked at the still laughing Senin. Jiraiya thought, how good are you at gambling, he asked. Never gambled before, I'm too young, Naruto said. Well, no time like now to start, the only way she will come back is if she loses a bet, Jiraiya said. Naruto thought for a moment then approached the female Senin. I would like to make a bet, he said. Tsunade looked at him trying to stop her laughter. What's the bet, she asked. If I can beat you in a fight you will come back, he said. Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Tsunade's assistant who just happened to walk up at the time to hear the bet all burst out laughing. Wow, you should be a comedian, that was really funny, Tsunade said rolling on the ground holding her sides as she laughed her head off. Hey, I'm serious, Naruto yelled. Tsunade took a few minutes to get herself under control. How about this, in 1 week we will have a spar, if you can land one hit on my forehead, I will come back with you, she said, pointing to her forehead with her thumb. You're on, Naruto said with the utmost confidence as they shook hands. Wow Jiraiya, you outdid yourself with this one, Tsunade said as she led her assistant off. Let's go brat, I have a lot to teach you if you're going to win this bet, for now forget about the Rasengan, we need to focus on your Taijutsu and speed, Jiraiya said. Ku finally accepted that Naruto was her son and was now walking through a large town asking anyone if they saw a blonde 12-year-old with a white-haired guy. As she continued to look for them, she mentally berated herself for being this caught up with her thoughts that she lost sight of them. It's been a week since they split up and she was no closer to them now than when she started looking for them. She turned a corner and saw a bunch of people running towards where she was headed. "Excuse me, what's going on?" she asked a random person. A huge fight, and there is this 12-year-old in the middle of it. How can a parent be so careless to let him fight ninjas like Itachi, the man said and ran off. Who processed all this? Itachi, she screamed and ran towards where the people was running from. Naruto watched as Jiraiya and Tsunade fought Itachi and his blue sidekick. He looked over at the assistant and she was fighting some guy, but it looked to him that the guy was flirting with her than trying to fight her. Naruto couldn't understand why he would be willing to take a beating as bad as he was to impress some girl. Naruto jumped when someone landed behind him. "Impossible, you're fighting the perverted sage," he said nervously at Itachi. "That's the glory of having the Sharingan, now don't resist and I won't hurt you," Itachi said. "I'm not going anywhere," Naruto said. Naruto got into his fighting position but was knocked out before he could do anything. Jiraiya felt a surge of chakra enter his body as the genjutsu on him was broken. "You idiot, you looked him in the eyes, didn't you?" Tsunade asked. "No, I think it happened when he pointed at me," Jiraiya said. "Well, just great, now how do we get the brat back from them?" Tsunade asked as Shizune ran up to them. "It's almost impossible to kill them, I know for a fact a few of those blows I landed on that blonde should have killed him," Shizune said. "Our main goal is Itachi, he has the brat," Jiraiya said. Itachi did a one-hand sign, "Katen. Raging dragon," he called out and blew out a fire dragon that headed straight for the three. Itachi and his partners was about to leave when someone dropped in their way. "Move before I kill you," Itachi said. "Put him down now," she said. "We don't have time for this," the blue guy said. "You're right, take care of her, kiss him," Itachi said. "I won't say it again, put him down," she said. Kisum swung his sword at the lady and was surprised when she caught it with her bare hands and he couldn't drain her chakra from her. "I said put my son down now," she yelled as she expelled her chakra from every chakra point of her body at the same time, blowing the three back and Naruto from Itachi's hand. Itachi and Tsunade looked at her in shock. "You're supposed to be dead," Tsunade said. "What did you and Danzo do to me so I wouldn't remember my own son?" Ku asked in a low voice. "What are you talking about?" Itachi asked. "I will kill you for putting this genjutsu on me," Ku yelled and jumped at him. The blonde jumped in front of Itachi with palms pointing towards her. "Double bomb," he said. The mouths on his hands opened and spit out 2 clay bombs at her. Kushina threw a kunai and was gone in a trail of red hair. She reappeared kicking the blonde in the face and looking hatefully at Itachi. "No one can save you or Danzo from my wrath. I will have revenge on you both, starting with you," she said. "Hold it, how is it that I can't suck your chakra?" Kisum asked. "I'm in Uzumaki," Ku said, leaving it at that and started to walk towards Itachi. "What the hell does that mean?" Kisum asked in confusion. "They have a chakra-based bloodline, they have the ability to completely stop the flow of their chakra or speed it up, they can use it for attacks or defense, and it's very useful for pushing people back as we just witnessed," Itachi explained. "Damn, I need to kill her," Kisum said. "You will never get through my defense, it's absolute," Kushina said as she almost cut Kisum's arm off with her chakra. "Let's make a deal," Itachi said. "I don't make deals with people I'm about to kill," Ku said. "Wait, just hear me out," Itachi said in a panic. "I'm listening," Ku said as she continued to approach him. "I'll break the genjutsu Danzo put on you if you let us go," he said. Ku thought, "No, I'll find a way to break it myself," she said. "Who the hell can you find to break a genjutsu put on you by the Sharingan?" Itachi challenged. "I know a person who can remove it and will be more than happy to do it," she said. "Ah, like Sasuke will help you," Itachi said. "Not him, now prepare to die," Ku said. Ku attacked him just as he turned into a bunch of crows. "Damage genjutsu again," she said. She concentrated on her chakra and the genjutsu was stopped. "He got away," she whispered. "Ku, you came back," Naruto said weakly as he started to wake up. She walked over to him. "Are you okay?" she asked. "I'm fine, just caught off guard," Naruto said with a smile. But Ku said, then turned to Jiraiya. "Perverted sage, what the hell was you thinking? Bring him to a fight with Itachi," she asked as she glared at him. "I didn't know he would be here, as you saw, he can only beat me if he uses his genjutsu," Jiraiya pointed out. "No, he is finally stronger than you," Tsunade said. Naruto reached up and put his hand on Tsunade's forehead as she healed him from their little spar they was having before they was interrupted. "I win," he said. Everyone blinked at him. "That's cheating, the bet was during our spar, which you did not touch me," Tsunade finally said. "But please," Naruto said with a pout since he couldn't think of anything else to say. Ku started to laugh. "Wow, I can't believe he has my pouch," she said. "I told you he is an exact clone of you all the way down to his jutsus, except his looks and gender," Jiraiya said. "What are you talking about?" Naruto asked. "Remember in the hospital when I told you my son was dead and that I couldn't remember most of my life after I became a Jounin?" Ku asked. "Yeah," Naruto responded. Well, perverted sage told me part of my life, you're my son, and oddly enough he gave me the nickname Ku. I thought it was Danzo who gave me that name, Ku said. So you're my mom, Naruto asked. What do you think, Ku asked and gave Naruto the exact pout he gave Tsunade. Wow, he is her son, Shizune said. Naruto looked at her for a minute, then smiled. I believe you, he said. He then jumped on her in a hug. Wait, Ku, who is my father, he asked. Well, I can't remember, Ku said, embarrassed. Oh, Naruto said. So Tsunade, are you coming back, Ku asked. No, he cheated, Tsunade said. Please, Naruto and Ku both said with their pout to her. Tsunade closed her eyes trying to avoid the double pouts. She then sighed, just what I need, another person besides Ku who can do that damned pout, it needs to be a forbidden jutsu, she said. So you're coming back, Naruto asked excited. Yay, let's get going, Tsunade said. Everyone was sitting around a fire. Well, Naruto, I'm going to train you, Ku said. Really? In what? Naruto asked. I'm going to train you how to use our bloodline, Dendu no Hayashi. It's a minor bloodline that uses electricity to control our chakra, Ku said. So I'm going to be a lighting element user, Naruto asked. Yes, but that may not be your main element. I'm a wind mistress and have learned to use my lighting and water elements with ease, Ku said. Oh, so I can have two elements, Naruto asked. Yay, now the first thing we have to do is get you to get the basic understanding of lighting. If you're a natural lighting user, it will be easy. If you're like me, you will have a hard time catching on until you have your other element under control, Ku said. Before you start, why not find out what his main element is, Jiraiya asked, pulling out a piece of chakra paper. And you just happen to have that with you, Tsunade asked. Jiraiya shrugged as Naruto took the paper. Just push a little of your chakra into the paper, Ku said. Naruto did as told and the paper first split in half, then one half rippled up while the other got soggy. I'm starting to think that we are destined to be connected, no matter what anyone does, Ku said as she looked at the paper. I'm not surprised that his elements are the same as yours, he is like you in every other way, Jiraiya said. My son is also my twin, Ku said with amusement. So mom, how do I train my wind element, Naruto asked. Ku quickly looked at him. What did you call me, she asked. Mom, isn't that what someone called their mother, Naruto asked. Ku just looked at him in shock. Yes, brat, it's just she wasn't prepared for that, being called mom the first time have this effect of every mother, Tsunade explained. How would you know, you don't have any kids, Jiraiya asked. I'm the best medic in history, you idiot, Tsunade said. Ku picked Naruto in a hug. He called me mom, she said happily while spinning him around. The two Senins and Jounin watched with a smile on their face. Mom, I'm getting dizzy, Naruto said after a while. Chapter 6. Naruto marched in front of Ku, Jiraiya, Shizune, and Tsunade as they approached the gate. You do realize he has yet to take in the fact that you're his mother, Tsunade said. What do you mean, Ku asked. Since you told him, he has been training non-stop to use his bloodline and learning seals, Tsunade said. So you mean he is like this because he hasn't thought about it yet, Ku asked. In a way, he thought about it, he just hasn't fully absorbed it, Tsunade said. Hey, we're home, Naruto yelled from in front of them. We can see that, no need to yell at us, Tsunade said. Why don't you lead us to your girlfriend, brat, Jiraiya said. Naruto led them to the hospital and was immediately stopped by the receptionist. What are you doing, she asked. I'm here to see Hinata, Naruto said. She is not allowed to have any visitors, the receptionist said. But I brought help, Naruto protested. Look, I don't care if you brought Tsunade-sama, you still can't go see her, the lady said. In fact, he did bring me, Tsunade said. The receptionist looked at her in surprise. Tsunade-sama, she stuttered out. What room is Hinata in, she asked. Room 125B, but he still can't go see her, the lady said. But why not, Naruto whined. Rules, the lady said, shrugging. She then pointed to some people behind them. They have been here every day since she was in here, they just sit there and wait for her to wake up, she told them. Kurenai-sensei, Anko-san, Hanabi-chan, Naruto yelled and ran over to them. Naruto, where have you been? Your girlfriend have been in the hospital for weeks, and you haven't been here even once to try and see her, Hanabi yelled at him with her Hyuga glare. Sorry, Hanabi-chan, but I went to get someone who can help her, Naruto said defensively. Tsunade stepped up before the girl killed him. Don't worry, your sister will be awoke soon, so you both can go see her, she said with a smile. Tsunade-sama, Kurenai said. Anko's head fell over onto her lap as she quietly snored. She hasn't slept in days. The council is giving her as many missions as possible. While the Hokage is out, what free time she gets, she is here, hoping that Hinata will wake up, Kurenai explained at Naruto's confused look at the sleeping Jounin. Why don't you take her to her house so she can sleep? I'll send for you all when Hinata wakes up, Tsunade said. Break. Naruto got bored sitting in Kurenai's apartment and decided to announce it. I'm bored, he said loudly. Why don't you go out and do something, Ku asked. Good idea, I'll be back, he said and ran out the door. You remember when you said I could come to you if I need to talk, Ku asked. Yes, why, Kurenai asked. Well, I need to talk, Ku said. Well, I'm here to listen, Kurenai said. Well, I spent the last 12 years believing my son was dead, now that I found out he isn't I don't know what to do, Ku said. Kurenai looked at her. You're Naruto's mother, she asked. Ku said. Well, you could try and give him the love he needed from you when he was growing up, Kurenai said. But I don't know how to do that damn Danzo screwed around with my brain and I can't even remember my name, Ku said in a depressed voice. Sounds like what I went through with Oro team, Anko said from her spot on Kurenai's lap. The two older Kunoichis looked down at her. How long have you been woke, Kurenai asked. Since the brat yelled about being bored, Anko answered. She then looked at Ku, never taking her head off Kurenai's lap. When I was abandoned by Oro team, he sealed my memory of my life before him. It wasn't until I became best friends with Kurenai that I was able to start remembering, she told her. Do you think the same will happen to me, Ku asked with hope. Possible, I'm no seal master, but I'm willing to bet if it can happen with me, it can happen with you, Anko said. So I need to try and make friends, Ku asked. Let's start with what's in front of you first, you can trust me and Anko with your true identity, Kurenai said. Ku took her mask off. Thank you for trying to help me remember, she said. Anko smiled at her. Hey, I know what it's like to have some creep mess with your brain, and I would do anything to help, Efrainj said. Now you need to work on learning everything about your son, Kurenai said. Can you tell me about his past, Ku asked. Anko and Kurenai looked at each other. It started the day of the sealing. More than half the council, most of the village civilians, and a few ninjas wanted him to be killed immediately. If it wasn't for the fact that the village was even more scared of what would happen to Kyuubi, then he would be dead. Kurenai started the long history of Naruto. Break. Naruto was running towards the ramen stand when he noticed everyone looking at him with even more hate. He finally made it to Ichiraku's and ran in. Man, everyone hates me even more than before I left, he said. It's because you used Kyuubi, even though you saved them they think you're losing control, Am told him as she cleaned the counter. One bowl of miso please, someone asked walking in. Kakashi-sensei, Naruto said in surprise. I thought I would find you here, we have to talk, Kakashi said. About what, Naruto asked in confusion. About you, Kakashi said as he got his ramen. What about me, am I in trouble, Naruto asked, scared of the answer. No, actually it's about why I haven't trained you more before the exams, Kakashi said. At this point Am started listening, wanting to know why also. It's not like I hate you or anything, I was ordered not to train you properly, he said. Naruto was shocked as his ramen fell out of his mouth. Am was no better as her mouth was opening and closing with questions, but none came out. Who ordered you not to train him? A voice asked from behind them. The council, I had no choice in the matter, Kakashi said. Of course you had a choice, you could have trained him like you was supposed to, the lady said. You don't understand, Tsunade-sama, if I had trained not only would I have been marked as a traitor, but they would have executed Naruto, Kakashi said calmly. Tsunade thought about this as the two teens was still in shock, so in a twisted way to protect him, you neglected him, she asked. I never said I wanted to it or was proud of it, Kakashi said. I think I understand why you did it, but that don't mean I like that you went along with it, Tsunade said. They can't dictate who gets training or not, an angry Am finally said. Right now there is nothing we can do, I'm not willing to risk Naruto's life by training him just yet, but I can help with his training, Kakashi said. How, Tsunade asked. I have a few idea, Kakashi said. Come with me, Kakashi, Tsunade said and walked out with Kakashi following after he paid for his meal. Am looked at Naruto to see how he was taking this news. How did Kakashi-sensei eat without removing his mask, he asked. Am sweat dropped at her brother's short memory. Kakashi smiled as he walked out. I think he understands why I did it, he said to Tsunade. Break. Tsunade, Kakashi and Jiraiya walked in Kurenai's apartment, joining her. Ku and Anko, what's so important that we needed to come here, Jiraiya asked. Just shut up and listen, Tsunade said. I'm sure everyone noticed I haven't trained Naruto, Kakashi said. Hard not to notice, Anko said. Right, but none of you know why I didn't train him, Kakashi said. I'm sure you're going to tell us, Ku asked as she glared from behind her mask. If his reason isn't good enough I'll kill him, she thought. If I trained him then the council would have executed him, Kakashi said. Again, Ku asked. Kakashi told them exactly why he haven't trained Naruto, so if I trained him then he would have been killed, I had no choice, he finished. Of course you had a choice, Ku yelled. Ku, think about it, if Kakashi was caught training Naruto or it was found out that Naruto was being trained, then you wouldn't be here now, would you? You would still be a mindless zombie, Tsunade said. I have an idea on how I can help him train without actually training him though, Kakashi said. How, Anko asked. Well, I have some scrolls with things he can learn on them, but need someone who is willing to go against the entire council to train him, someone who doesn't care if others know they are training him, Kakashi said. I'll do it, Anko and Ku said at the same time. Anko, I thought you was going to help me train Hinata, Kurenai said. Well, someone has to train the brat, besides you have Ryu, Sophia and Kuro, Anko said. Hinata will be sad if you're not training her, you know how much she looks up to you after what happened, Kurenai said. Fine, I'll just help train both, Anko said. Then it's agreed, Ku will train Naruto with help from Anko, Tsunade said. Okay, here is the scrolls I told you about, Kakashi said, handing Ku the scrolls and puffed out the room. Why did you put your mask back on, Ku, Kurenai asked. I'm not ready to show my face to people I don't trust, Ku responded with a shrug of her shoulders. Break. Naruto walked into Hinata's room with a stuffed animal hidden behind his back, since the animal was almost as big as he was it didn't work too well, but he tried anyway. As soon as he opened the door, Hanabi and Hinata turned to look at him. Naruto-kun, I missed you so much, Hinata said immediately. Hi Naruto, Hanabi said happily. Naruto slowly made his way over to the bed, trying to keep Hinata from seeing the giant animal that was behind him. Close your eyes, I have a surprise for you, he said. Hinata looked at Hanabi, who shrugged, then back at Naruto. Okay, she said, and put her hands over her eyes. Naruto waved his hand and made funny faces in front of her face that made Hanabi laugh. Good, she can't see, he said. He sat the giant animal on top of her. Okay, you can open them now, he said. Hinata opened her eyes and looked at the animal and smiled. I love it, I'm going to call it Foxy-chan, she said while hugging it. I thought you wouldn't like it, I was so nervous, Naruto said with a sigh of relief. Hinata looked at him and quickly pulled him on the bed. Of course I like it, I like anything I get from you, my fox-kun, she purred in his ear while kissing him on his jawline. You, 7-year-old in the room, Hanabi yelled while covering her eyes. Sorry Hanabi-chan, Hinata said with a blush. Anyway, when are you getting out of here? I want to train with you again, Hanabi asked. I have to wait for Tsunade-sama tell me I can leave, Hinata told her sister. Oh, well, I have to leave before my guards realize I'm not in my room anymore, Hanabi said and ran out the room. Hinata kissed Naruto again. Now where was I, she asked. Hinata-chan, we are only 13, Naruto said nervously. So Hinata replied. Naruto was saved from not having to pry himself from his girlfriend as the door opened. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, Tsunade said. Actually you are, Hinata said with a glare. Tsunade just smiled, not at all affected by the glare or the way she said it. Good, you're still not supposed to be moving around. Naruto-kun is looking for you to start your training, she said. Once Naruto was gone, she looked at Hinata. I want you to stay here for another day to make sure you don't have any side effects from being unconscious, she told her. Okay, hey, can I learn medics, Hinata asked. Sure, I'll bring you some stuff to read, Tsunade said and left. Break. Naruto stood breathing hard as he finally got a 5-minute break from his mother, who he had realized was pushing him a little too hard to learn things in their clan he should have already been taught. He wasn't blaming her, of course, he actually was happy, because the more he was pushed the stronger he became. The stronger he became, the better he could protect his precious people. Gu was looking at the setting sun as she waited for Naruto to catch his breath. She had been pushing him as hard as she could for the last 2 weeks and didn't plan on stopping until he could control his Dendu no Hyaoshi without any problems. As she looked at the sunset, she felt several chakras coming towards them. Naruto, go find Kurenai, she told him. Why, what's wrong, mom? Naruto asked. Thus Goku demanded as she prepared for the unknown. Naruto ran to the normal training ground that Kurenai used and found it empty. He continued to run until he came to Kurenai's apartment and knocked on the door. Naruto-kun couldn't resist coming to see me, Hinata said as she opened the door. Ku sent me to find Kurenai-sensei, Naruto said, confused about what Hinata meant. Oh, she is in the kitchen, what's wrong? Hinata asked. What does Ku want? Kurenai asked. Not sure, she wouldn't tell me, even yelled at me to come get you, Naruto said. Really, you two stay here, Anko, we have to go, Kurenai said as she went to get her equipment. What now? Anko yelled from the shower. Yes now, Kurenai responded. Break. Ku sighed as she continued to wait for the incoming chakras to get within eyesight. She didn't want to yell at Naruto, but he needed to get back to the village in case these chakras was a danger to him. She looked back up at the sunset and sighed again, just as they jumped out of the trees. It took you long enough, she said. So they sent you to intercept us, one of them asked. No, I just like the view of the sunset out here, now I'm starting to miss my son, so why don't you turn and leave before I have to force you, Ku responded. You're going to be missing more than your son, one of them said and charged her. Ku sidestepped his punch and sent a knee to his stomach, knocking the wind out of him. She then sent him back with a quick punch to the face. The other 4 charged her at once, and she easily ducked and dodged through their attacks without any effort. I should have let my son deal with you, instead of sending him back to the village, Ku said mockingly. You will pay for that remark, the leader said. Yay, if you can hit me, Ku said with a cocky grin. I'm going to wipe that grin off your cocky little face, he said. You don't need any help, do you, Ku? Anko asked as she and Kurenai arrived. No, I got this, just sit back and watch the show, even look at the sunset, it's beautiful, Ku said as she continued to mock the ninja's lack of skill. You bitch, stop running and fight, the female said. If that's what you want, Ku said. She then vanished and sent the girl flying with a well-placed punch, kicking back the fat one was the next to be sent flown into the trees, doing a flip she landed behind her next opponent and sent him into a boulder that was in the training area. The pale one proved to be slightly more difficult since he had good reflexes, but he too was sent flying back and hit a tree hard. She flipped back into her fighting stance and noticed that they was running away. Well, looks like my fun is over, she said. Most impressive, Anko said in a mock cheer. Why thank you, Ku replied in the same mocking voice. I guess we should get back before Hinata pinned Naruto down and have her way with him, Kurenai said. Yay, I remember telling her how I chased Genma around his apartment chazzing around with a kunai and a rope, Anko said. Maybe we should get back before she gets any ideas, Ku said, now worried for her son's health. Anko and Kurenai laughed as they started walking back. Break. The three walked into Kurenai's apartment to find Naruto in Hinata's room, stripped and hanging from the ceiling with Hinata stroking his manhood. They looked at her, him and the four ropes that help him in place and blinked. Do we want to know how this happened, Kurenai asked. Hinata gave her Anko smirk, probably not, she told them while still stroking him. Normally I would be proud of your accomplishment, Hinata, but he is like a brother to me, so let him down and give him his clothes, Anko said. He never will fall for that trick again, she said, not wanting to waste a great opportunity. Where is his clothes, Ku said. I kind of threw them out the window, Hinata said. Why, Kurenai asked. So he couldn't run away when I went to the bathroom, Hinata told him. The three sweat dropped. I think I have a shirt big enough to cover yourself with, Kurenai said. Sophia, Ryu, and Kuro walked in the room and stopped in shock. Well, looks like someone is having a little fun. Can I join, Ryu asked. Everyone in the room glared at him. What, he asked. Get the hell out of my apartment, Kurenai said. Hey, I'm here for a reason. I need a timetable for the Uchiha Hyuga training, Ryu said, knowing Hinata hated being called that. Kurenai, can you get him that shirt you told us about? Hinata cut him down, Ku said. Do I have to right now, Hinata asked as Naruto moaned out loud. Everyone looked at him, then Hinata's hand, now, Anko said. But you said never give up a good opportunity, and this is a great one, Hinata protested. Hinata, unless you want to spend all day with Ryu tomorrow, cut him down, Anko said. Fine, just don't send me to that asshole, Hinata said, cutting him down. I'm right here, you know, Ryu said with a tick mark on his head. I know, Hinata said and left the room. Ku followed her out. Hinata, you can't keep doing that, she said. Why not? I'm ready for it, I know all the protection jutsus, Hinata asked. Because you're only 13, look, I'm not trying to tell you how to love your life, but trust me on this, you're not ready for what could happen if you forget just once to use the jutsu, Ku said. But I won't forget, Hinata said. How do you know? I never thought I would forget my past, my family, and look what happened, Ku said. That's not fair, someone messed with your brain, Hinata said. Still, I forgot, I'm not saying you will forget, I'm just asking to wait at least until you're 15, only 2 more years, Ku asked. After that, I can have sex as much as I want with Naruto-kun, Hinata asked. As long as you protect yourself and it don't interfere with your missions or training, Ku said. Okay, I'll wait, but after what I went through I should be able to have sex, I mean I was kicked out of my home and I'm old enough to kill, Hinata sighed. Look, I just don't want you to do something you will regret, but if it makes you feel any better you can do anything that don't involve anything entering your womanhood, Ku said. Okay, now can you help me go over these medic scrolls, Hinata asked. Sure, Ku replied. Chapter 7. Hinata was sitting in a restaurant eating cinnamon buns with Hanabi when the smaller girl jumped over the counter and hid. Confused, Hinata turned to the door and saw Neji enter and suppressed the urge to attack him. He walked up to her. Hinata, he was cut off. Why are you here, Hyuga? As you can see no one here is friends with you and I don't want to talk to you, so leave, she said in a cold voice. Behind the counter Hanabi shivered at the coldness of her sister. Hinata, I came to ask if you seen Hanabi, Neji asked after he got over his shock from her words. If she was here I wouldn't tell you, so you can run back to your master and tell him, now leave before I make you, Hinata said with her ever-present and practiced glare that started to rival the glare of Anko. Neji hesitated for a minute. I'm sorry to bother you, he whispered, then left. Hanabi peeked from behind the counter. Is it safe, she asked. Yes, no Hyugas are around, Hinata told her as she activated her Byakugan and checked. Good, they are so clingy, I'm 7 for God's sake, I can take care of myself, Hanabi said. Hinata smiled at her. Did you practice that scroll I gave you, she asked. Yup, I can't wait to unleash my new skills on those uptight Hyugas, Hanabi said. Don't do too much or you might lose your role as heir, Hinata warned. Don't worry, I will do everything I can to make sure I become heir and give you what is rightfully yours, Hanabi said. Hinata smiled and hugged her. I'm so glad you didn't get corrupted by those Hyugas, she said. I had you to keep me sane, she told her. Denton walked in the restaurant. Hanabi, you know you have an entire squad of Hyugas looking for you, she said. I guess I better leave, I'll come see you as soon as I can, Hanabi said. Be safe, Hanabi, Hinata said as she left. Sophia walked in, Hinata ready for training she asked. Jutsu training my favorite training, can Tenny come with us, Hinata asked. Sure as long as she don't slow us down Sophia said. Don't worry, I train just as hard as Hina does Tenten said. Tsunade walked into the hospital room with her Hokage's hat on, how are they she asked. Surprised by the question Shizune looked up in confusion, what do you mean she asked. Hinata, Tenten, Ino and Hana, how are they she cleared. Oh, they haven't said anything since we came back Shizune said. Tsunade walked in front of them, you four disappoint me she said. They looked up in shock, Hokage-sama Hana said. Don't interrupt me when I'm talking, now as I was saying you four disappoint me, you all sat there and watched as he almost died what do you have to say for yourself she finished. My vet skills wouldn't have helped any Hana said. How do you know, did you even try and stop the bleeding Tsunade asked. Hana looked down in shame, no she admitted. And if you would have tried you would have realized that if you altered a few things from your vet training, you could have stopped the bleeding long enough to get him back to the village, what's the rest of your excuses she asked. I'm still only on the anatomy part of my medic training Hinata said. I have no medic training Tenten said. Me either Ino admitted. Tsunade gave all three a hard look, Hinata I gave you those scrolls over 2 months ago, what the hell have you been doing if you wasn't studying she asked. Hinata looked down, I was looking through the Uchiha compound she admitted in shame. Who gave you permission to go in there Tsunade asked. No one Hinata said. So not only did you not train, you entered the Uchiha compound even though it's forbidden, which I can throw you in prison for Tsunade said. Everyone looked at her in shock, Tsunade-sama you wouldn't do that would you Shizune asked. Tsunade looked at her then back at the four, get to my office now she said, and watched them get up and run out the room. What are you going to do Shizune asked. Something I should have done a long time ago, you're officially in charge of the hospital Tsunade said and walked out leaving a confused Shizune. Break. Tsunade walked in her office and saw the four waiting on her, sit down and shut up she commanded. She looked them over, then took out 4 scroll, Ino with your knowledge of different plants, Anko has asked me if she could take you on as an apprentice for now on you will go to her for Black Ops training, Hana you have been requested to join the Anbu, because of your tracking ability you start tomorrow. Tenten Yuigao has requested to take you on as an apprentice because of your ability to use different weapons as needed in the Anbu. Hinata you will become the apprentice of Ryu, and he will begin your Black Ops training. You each will report to me before your training with them for medic training. I will not tolerate what happened earlier today, and it will not happen again. She glared hard at each one, am I clear she asked. Yes Hokage-sama they all said at the same time. Good, here is your Black Ops mask, when you're in your Black Ops training you will wear this mask at all times, when you're on missions you will wear it, if you're training by yourself you will wear it, any questions Tsunade asked, handing them their masks. So unless we are off for the day we have to wear our mask Ino asked. Yes, Tsunade answered. When do our training start Hana asked. Tomorrow, Tsume already planned for someone to take over your training, since she can't focus on increasing your training while training Kiba and leading the Inizuka clan Tsunade said. What about our brother Tenten asked. He already became the apprentice of Jiraiya, who decided to join the Anbu and will start his Black Ops training when he is released from the hospital Tsunade said. Do I have to become the apprentice of Ryu's, can I have Sophia as a master instead Hinata asked, she really didn't want to spend too much time around him. Tsunade gave her a look, why should I change who trains you for the Black Ops, not everyone is giving this chance so lightly she asked. Well, Ryu is weird, loud, unorganized, sloppy, snores, arrogant, never takes anyone's opinion seriously unless they can beat him, he won't stop calling me Hyuga Uchiha, even though I told him to constantly, and I hate him, Hinata said all in one breath. Tsunade just blinked at her, all your reasons are misled, Ryu is a bit unorthodox, but he is a cage-level shinobi and might be the second strongest in the village behind Jiraiya, and most of his quirks is just a front, so people will underestimate him she said calmly. But Hinata was stopped by Tsunade's hand. You witnessed the fight he had with Jiraiya right she asked. Hinata nodded confused, do you think Jiraiya would have took him serious if he didn't think Ryu was a threat to him? Jiraiya might be a lot of things, but he isn't stupid enough to think he can beat everyone, and he knows Ryu can beat him if he underestimate him even once, besides do you think I would put you under someone I didn't trust completely Tsunade asked. Hinata thought about what SH heard, I guess I just judged him before I got to know him she admitted. Just a little, most of the things you said about him is true except never taking anyone serious, Ryu is kind of like Naruto, he wants people to underestimate him and uses that to his advantage, but unlike Naruto, Ryu can back his talk up, besides I put you with him because he was in the running for the Yondaime before Minato beat him in a spart Tsunade said. Ryu was almost Hokage Hinata asked in shock. Yes, after Minato beat him for the position he made Ryu, Sophia and Kuro-san's Tsunade said. Wait, if he was in the running for Hokage, why didn't Sarutobi-sama know him, Hinata asked. Because, that was over 13 years ago, Ryu is 30 and was 17 when he tried to become Hokage. In fact, I'm surprised Jiraiya remembered him, but then again, he probably had him in one of his books, Tsunade said. So I'm the apprentice of someone who was almost a Hokage, and Naruto is the apprentice of the man who trained a Hokage, Hinata said. Now with that, let's start your medic training, Tsunade said. Why are you not wearing your mask, she asked. They quickly put their masks on, they all was plain black. Break. Fu walked into Naruto's hospital room. How are you, she asked. Bedding in with a Chidori hurts, Naruto said. Fu nodded. I'm going to start training you for the Black Ops, she said, handing him the all-black mask. What, I get to join the Anbu, Naruto asked excited. No, Fu simply replied. What do you mean, the Black Ops is the Anbu, right mom, he asked. No, the Anbu are all elite jounins capable of taking on even the hardest S-ranked missions. They all have the ability to lead a squad at any given moment and can be pulled to lead a genin squad if they are Naditas. What happened to Kakashi, Ku explained. So what's the Black Ops, Naruto asked. The Black Ops is a group of personally selected ninjas chosen by the Hokage. They must be genin, chunin, or special jounin. Each ninja is given an Anbu to train them in a specific style. I'm training you in steel release, Hinata is being trained in swift release, Ino is being trained in silent killing. You three will make up the newest team in the Black Ops. As a Black Ops, even though you're a genin, you will be ranked higher than a jounin in the Hokage's personal guards when she is out of the village and will take on the more secret missions, Ku told him. Naruto took this in. That's cool, I can't wait to start, I'm going to be so awesome. Wait, what happened if you become a jounin or full jounin, he asked. You will be moved into the Anbu, since with Black Ops training, you will already have the skills of an Anbu, but most Black Ops become special jounins to stay in the Black Ops, Ku told him. Okay, when do we start, Naruto asked. As soon as you get out of here. Also, you're going to continue as your apprentice of Jiraiya's, so I assume in a few years you will have to take the sage training from the Toads, Ku said. Break. Hinata walked into her apartment and saw Kurenai making dinner. Hey sister, she said, taking her mask off. Kurenai smiled at her. I'll be finished cooking in a minute. Did Tsunade-sama tell you about becoming a Black Ops, she asked. Yay, Naruto and Ino became one also. Tenny and Hana will be training for the Anbu, Hinata responded. If Kurenai was surprised she didn't show it, well, I'm still going to train you when I get the chance, she said. I hope you would, I don't want to be with Ryu for long, even if he is an elite, Hinata said. Break. Hinata was breathing hard as Ryu stopped his attack on her and took a seat. You think too much, he commented. What, Hinata said in confusion. Have you ever wondered why Naruto was able to win fights without any training, Ryu asked. I was curious about that, Hinata admitted. Because he don't think when he fights, you think about every move you make, not that it's a bad thing, but it distracts you when you fight, he told her. I was taught by my sisters to think my moves through, Hinata said. Again, it's not a bad thing, but you need to learn to think a few moves in advance. The way you fight, you need to think your moves through for them to flow right. It's not my place to change how you fight, but to improve on how you fight, and for that I'm going to need some help, Ryu said. Help, why, Hinata asked in confusion. Because I suck at shogi, Ryu said with a smile. Hinata's sweat dropped. Shogi, what the hell does that got to do with training, she asked. It helps one notice traps and how to counter them, also it forces you to think 10 moves ahead if you don't want to get humiliated, someone said from behind her. Ishino-san, Hinata said in surprise. The Nara woman smiled at her. I'm going to teach you how to play, and once you can beat me you're going to start playing my husband in Shikamaru until you're able to think through how you want the entire game to play out move for move. She then turned to Ryu. We will start once you're finished training. I don't want her training to slow down for this, she added. Okay, we will be finished within the hour. Why don't you set the game up and watch us? Maybe you can figure out why her style seems so predictable, Ryu said. Break. They finished training and Hinata dropped on the ground tired. Did you see how predictable she was, Ryu asked. Yes, although her speed covers it up, but the problem is she is broadcasting her next move on her face. As she finished one move she immediately look at the area that her next one will attack at, Yoshino said. Okay, I'll work on a way to break her of that habit, Ryu said. Didn't you just say you won't try and change how I fight, Hinata asked. I'm not, but you need to break the habit of looking at where your next move will go, or it will get you killed, Ryu said. Break. A month later, Hinata, Ino, and Naruto was standing in front of Tsunade with their Black Ops mask on with a black robe and a hood over their head. All that was visible was their mask. Each had an unseen radio in their ear, a chest plate, arm bracers, and shin guards. The only other thing besides their mask that was seen was the purple katana handle on Hinata's back, the red katana handle on Naruto's back, and the white katana handle on Ino's back, each stuck out of the special hole in their robe. Tsunade looked at them. We are going to Suna to settle them attacking us, she said. Yes, Hokage-sama, the three replied at the same time. Remember, you speak to no one, look at no one, acknowledge no one, you are Black Ops, and your only task is whatever I tell you, and if anyone attacks you will defend, Tsunade said. "Yes Hokage-sama," they replied. "Let's go," Tsunade said and walked out. "Remember, stay hidden," she said. The three all went through the same hand signs and vanished under a genjutsu. Naruto silently thanked Kurenai for spending so much time teaching him a few genjutsus, especially the one he was currently using, that hid his appearance from anyone. Break. They arrived in Suna as Tsunade's Hokage robe swung behind her. "Hokage-sama, welcome," the guard said. Tsunade nodded to him. "Are you leading me to your council?" she asked. "Yes Hokage-sama," he replied and led her through the village. Tsunade walked into the council room and looked around. "Hokage-sama," they all said. She looked right at Temari. "Why is a genin in here?" she asked. "Our Kazekage was killed by Orochimaru. He then impersonated him and led us to attack your village. I'm here since I'm the oldest living Sabaku," she answered. Tsunade nodded. "Well, let's get started," she said. "Since we didn't know our leader was dead, we shouldn't be held responsible for the attack," one of the council members said. Tsunade cocked her head to the side. "Do it look like I care if you was aware that your leader was dead? The fact is that you attacked us and voided our treaty. You're lucky I haven't attacked you yet," she said. "She is right," Temari spoke up. "Temari, you don't understand politics yet, let us handle this," one of the council members said. "I understand it more than you think, and we are lucky Konoha hasn't attacked us in retaliation for attacking them, and we all noticed how the Kazekage has been acting more distant in the months before the attack. I propose an alliance that can't be broken," Temari said. "Oh, I should have brought Shikamaru, you two would get along well. What is this alliance you proposed?" Tsunade asked. "A marriage contract. I'm willing to sign the contract to marry into one of Konoha's well-respected clan, but I get to choose who I get to marry," Temari said. "What, Temari, you are your strongest kunoichi, we can't allow this, we already have to pay with a year's worth of A and S ranked missions, we can't lose you," to several members yelled. "I will think about that proposal, until I come up with an answer. You will be the liaison between Konoha and Suna. During this time you will meet and get to know the different heirs that you will have the choice of marrying. Also any work between Konoha and Suna will be done between you and someone I chose," Tsunade said. "I agree with that," Temari sighed, ignoring the council. But Tsunade said stood up. "Temari, how can you do this?" someone yelled. "You're supposed to marry my son," he finished. "This is bigger than me or your son, besides I never agreed to that contract. I told you I would weigh my options. So far this is the best option to prevent war with Konoha, a war we cannot afford or hope to win," Temari said. Break. Tsunade was walking towards a restaurant while still in Suna, she had a craving for steak and rice. As she closed in on the closest restaurant she was attacked but was easily stopped by her black ops. "Chakra push," Naruto whispered as he stopped the punch with one hand and forced Chakra out his other hand, knocking the genin back a few feet. Ino disabled another genin easily, then kicked him away. "Hokage-sama, please drink this to cancel out the poison that was in the powder he threw at you," she said, giving her a small vial with some clear liquid in it. Hinata quickly struck the final genin, sending her flying back. "Formation 2," she said. Ino fell back so she was standing in front of Tsunade just off to the right, Hinata was standing in front of her just off to the left, Naruto was standing directly behind Tsunade as he made sure no one made a move towards her. Tsunade handed the empty vial back to Ino. "Stand down," she told them. Once they relaxed she stepped towards the girl. "Why did you attack me?" she asked nicely. "Sensei said you was the enemy, I will protect Suna until I die," she said. Tsunade smiled. "Well, no need to attack me anymore, we are allies," she said. "But Sensei said Konoha was the enemy," the girl repeated. "Don't worry, we all was misled, the Kazekage had a grudge against Konoha, but it's solved now, no need to attack them," Temari said, running up to them. "Temari-sama," the girl said in surprise. "I told you not to call me that, and the Hokage-sama just came to work out a new alliance that can't be broken," Temari said. "So they are not the enemy?" the girl asked. "Nope," Temari said. "Good, they are strong, I couldn't even hit them," the girl said. "They are the Hokage-sama's person bodyguards," Temari said. "Well, if you will excuse me, I want some steak and rice," Tsunade said and continued towards the restaurant as if nothing happened. Break. Tsunade was in her office with her black ops standing in front of her waiting their orders. "We have a problem," she said. "What's that, Hokage-sama?" Hinata asked. "Jiraiya and Anko both want to take Naruto and Ino out the village for extended training, that will leave me with only one black ops for 2 years," she said. "If I may, I think I have a solution," Hinata said. "What is it?" Tsunade asked. "Why not bring Hana and Tenten down from the Anbu and serve as black ops for 2 years, they could use this as training for the Anbu, since all black ops can advance to the Anbu at any point," Hinata said. Tsunade nodded. "I like that idea, Ino and Naruto, you both leave tomorrow at noon," she told them. What if Naruto fall in love with Hinata and Anko? And thanks for watching my video till the end. If you enjoy this content, then do consider subscribing to my channel and leave a like if you guys need the next part, comment down, and thanks for watching the video and see you guys in the next video.